A beautiful baseball night in San Diego. Chase Headley, Mr. August, has been ripping the cover off the ball for the Padres. And Mr. 2012 for the Pittsburgh Pirates, Andrew McCutchen, leads the league in hitting and leads every offensive department for the Pirates, who are battling for a wild card spot and the playoffs. As we welcome you to Petco Park in downtown San Diego. Game 2, 3-game series. The Pirates and the Padres. And good evening, everyone. Along with Mark Grant, Dick Henberg, pleased that you're with us. The Pirates look at the San Diego Padres like we're the New York Yankees. In 19 games, the Padres are 16-3.
Keep it up. They're playing good baseball, doing the little things, getting big hits, and getting some pitching as well, because the guy towing the slab tonight did well against the Buccos in the Keystone State. So hopefully it carries over to tonight's game.
And in the last couple of games, the Padres getting some terrific offensive support from the top two men in the order, Everett Cabrera and Will Venable, and that's how they'll hit again tonight, 1-2.
As an opposing pitcher, when you have a 1-2 combo like Cabrera and Venable to lead off a ball game, it puts a lot of pressure, because the last thing you want to do is work from the stretch. So the last 2 games for the Padres offense, it's been a great combo. Getting on base. You can steal a base. You know, back in the old St. Louis Cardinal days, even the Pittsburgh Pirate days, when they were winning ball games in the early 90s, they'd get that leadoff run around, maybe bunt them over, maybe steal a base. That was their success. That was the formula in the last couple of games. That's been the recipe for the Padres.
So the combination of Cabrera and Venable, that partnership, 11 for 18 with 4 runs scored and 5 RBIs in just the last 2 games. And guys like Jason Marquis like that.
Take the pitcher, put him on the mound, and you give him those numbers. You give him some breathing room. And the last start against these Pittsburgh Pirates, Jason Marquis was on his A game. A complete game. Only 2 hits. Another no-hitter, flirting with Jason Marquis. But the thing is, second time around, I've always been a firm believer Jason's got to stick to his strength. The Buccos are going to have to make the adjustments. If he stays with the sinker, the slider, get a lot of ground balls, yeah, hopefully he's hugging the catcher tonight after the game with a big league victory on his birthday. So happy birthday, right, Jason Marquis.
34 years of age. He's 13-7 against the Bucks. So he's always enjoyed pitching against Pittsburgh, but a tough opponent tonight. Alan James Burnett, A.J. Burnett, 15-4 on the season, and he's lost only 1 game in any month this entire year, but he's already lost to the Padres here in August. Hey, Royal Concept, they're in the mood. Give me 2 as the Padres go for 2 in a row against the Pirates, who are 67 and 55 on the season, in second place in the Central behind the Cincinnati Reds, 6.5 games. Jose Tapia, he's had a good night last night, 3 base hits to lead the way for the Pirates. Then Travis Snyder. Andrew McCutchen at 352. The Padres held him to an infield hit last night, struck him out a couple of times. Neil Walker moves from 5th to cleanup tonight, with Jones dropping to the 5 spot. Pedro Alvarez has hit more home runs in that 6th position in the batting order than anyone in baseball, hitting 6. Clint Barmas, then Rod Barajas and A.J. Burnett. Jason Marquis, 34 years of age today, the right-hander from Staten Island, New York. What better than a win to celebrate a birthday?
And to bounce back after that outing in Atlanta, he only went 4 2/3, gave up 6 runs, but the one prior to that against Pittsburgh, we talked about it in the pregame show, 9 solid innings, only 2 hits. The A game for him is that wiffle ball sinker and that slider. The infielder should be busy if he's got those pitches working.
13 and 7 against the Pirates in his career. And for the Padres, his last 7 starts, 5 and 2. And Joe West, oh, come on, don't be yawning now. Come on, let's get going there, Joe. He's behind the plate. Veteran umpire Sam Holbrook at first, Andy Fletcher at second, and Rob Drake. Did a good job last night, Drake, calling balls and strikes at third base. And now reduced to the role of imaginary hitter, Edinson Volquez. He hasn't made much contact this year. You better start taking a little more BP, Eddie.
Great 100 pitch effort last night for the right-hander. And he's going to enjoy a big league ball game and root on Jason Marquis.
As Marquis cheered for him last night. Jose Tapia leads it off for the Pittsburgh Pirates, trying to become a winning team for a full season for the first time in 20 years. A lot of folks around baseball, not even Pirate fans, rooting for that to happen. Marquis, and we're underway. Strike with a fastball. Tapia with a 6-game hitting streak. He's been up and down. Pretty good player to be spending a lot of time at Indianapolis, the AAA farm club for Pittsburgh. 1-1. And against the Padres, they've had trouble getting Tapia out. He's 12 for 30. That's 400 average.
He got on last night 3 times, but was left stranded, so that's a good sign.
Rondal and Marquis not on the same page, so Marquis backs off. They'll start it over again. Inside, 2-1. Well, the Padres and Pirates will complete the 3-game series in this brief 6-game homestand for San Diego tomorrow afternoon. And the Padres now have announced their pitcher as Tapia goes chasing. Slider, 2-2. Padres have called up Andrew Werner from Tucson, left-handed pitcher, 25 years of age. Spent most of the season at San Antonio. Not much on the 1-loss side, but his ERA pretty solid. Full count. And here are the starters tomorrow. James McDonald, 11-5, and Werner getting his first major league start. Tapia goes down swinging. And a look at the Padres defense brought to you by Mazda. Quinton in left, Maven in center, Venable plays right. It's the same lineup as last night as Bud Black goes with a winning setup. Headley, Cabrera, Amarista, Alonso in the infield, and Grandal behind the plate for Marquis. Game time tomorrow is 3:35. Padres live here on Fox Sports San Diego at 2:30. Travis Snyder back through the middle, and he has a base knock. Fix on the first pitch. Snyder, who had a very difficult night last night, 0 for 4, all 4 out strikeouts. Didn't waste any time belting that ball up the middle.
That might be one of the approaches of these Pirate hitters. If Jason Marquis has the good sinker working, if he's got that nasty slider biting,
like the Tabata, you might see him swinging early so they don't get in the hole and have to face that pitch.
New ball out to Jason Marquis as Andrew McCutchen steps in. McCutchen 1 for 5 last night, struck out 3 times, flirted with a home run his second at bat, deep center field. Even the Pittsburgh announcers were saying, wow, that would have been way out in Pittsburgh, but caught against the wall in center by Maven. That's at the knees. McCutchen leading in average, 352. Home runs, 24. That leads Pittsburgh, 76 RBIs. MVP numbers for McCutchen. Pulled to the left side. Cabrera off balance gets one there, but not the double play as McCutchen runs very well. He's aboard on the fielder's choice. Snyder a race 6-4.
Not only an accurate throw, but this ball's got a little bit of fuzz on it. Cabrera, the little flip throw to Amarista. At first I thought that he was going to maybe just go to first base, but what a great turn, even though McCutchen beats it out. Love that.
McCutchen, among all the other statistics, also leads the Pirates in stolen bases with 14. Neil Walker knocked in the only Pirate run last night, 3-1 victory for San Diego. Walker at the plate, left-handed hitter tonight against the right-hander Marquis, 290 overall. Runner goes, throw by Grandal is not in time. Cabrera's tag up on the back of McCutchen, and he has steal number 15.
Great pitch for Grandal to handle, and pretty good jump as well. But the throw is a little too high. Slap tag coming on down on him. He gets his foot on the bag safely.
Came off the bag
yes,
there.
He did.
If he had kept that leather on his back, he'd have been out. So Walker, who leads all major league second basemen in runs batted in, he has 68. Has a man in scoring position. One ball and one strike. There are the second baseman numbers in RBIs.
Well, pretty good company there. Cano, Phillips, Ugla. Wow.
And he leads them all.
Yeah. Kipnis in Cleveland having a good year.
I know you told the story in Pittsburgh, or we've told it before, about Neil Walker's father, Tom Walker, who was a major league pitcher. Fouled at the plate. And you folks will remember when there was a tragedy in, I believe it was Nicaragua, and Roberto Clemente, Mercy mission flight, gathered food and clothing. I think it was an earthquake.
Yes, in 1970. Well, it was New Year's Eve when he
left on that ill-fated
plane crash. Yeah,
ill-fated flight, and taking. And Neil Walker's father, Tom, said, "I want to go along and help you out."
Yep.
And Clemente said, "No, I've got enough help. Why don't you stay at home?" We wouldn't know Neil Walker had he gone on that flight. Swing and a miss, and Marquis strikes him out. A couple of strikeouts for the birthday man, and we're on to the bottom of the first. Cabrera, Venable, and Headley. from the Coronado Bridge, looking at our great city. Bud Black, he's ready, and his lineup is set and brought to you by your San Diego County Toyota dealers. Same as last night. That hasn't happened very often, back-to-back games where Black has used the same first 8. Cabrera, Venable, Headley, Quinton, Grandal, Alonso, Amarista, Maben, and the pitcher Marquis. Marquis, by the way, has the best batting average of any Padre in the game or in the dugout. 290 for Marquis, who has a lifetime 220 batting average, 202 batting average. Well, A.J. Burnett, one of the game's best, 15-4 record, 3.54 is ERA, but against the Padres, he's 1-5 lifetime.
Fastball curve changed from A.J. Burnett. Boy, the numbers really look good. Fewer hits than innings pitched. The walks are down. He's become more of a pitcher.
First pitch is in there at Everett Cabrera, and of course Burnett threw a no-hitter against the Padres when he was with the Marlins. That was 11 years ago. A no-hitter with 9 walks.
Oh, man. And I remember, I think he threw like 130 plus pitches that game.
Amazing.
We could find out what that pitch total was.
Cabrera hits one through the left side. His hot bat continues. 6 for 10 in the last 2 games, now 7 for 11. That has a nice ring.
What we were talking about in the pregame show, Dick. Top of the order, set the table. Get one of those first 2 guys on, and then go to Hackett, go to Steelan. Put a point up there on the board early. And doing exactly, going with that pitch. Burnett wanted it away. That's exactly where he spanked it for the base knock.
Our colleague Tony Gwynn's got to be smiling right now. Right through that 5.5 hole. Here's Will Venable. This partnership at top of the order for the Padres has been very successful of late. There goes Cabrera, taken all the way by Venable, and Cabrera has his 22nd steal. So a single, a stolen base, that's as good as a rousing double.
You know what? You're exactly right, Dick. There's an old cliche in baseball when you've got a speedster like Cabrera that gets on to start the ball game. Somebody in the dugout's going to yell, you know what? That's a double. Meaning, like you said, you get on with a walker base hit, you steal 90 feet. It's like hitting a leadoff double. Thank you very much.
So Venable a chance to give the Padres an early lead, as he has the last couple of games. Last night, after Cabrera had doubled, Venable singled to center field to give the Padres a run on the first 2 batters. Breaking ball in there. Venable, the best of the Padres with runners in scoring position this year, hitting .367. Chance to add to that number with Chase Headley on deck. Up the middle, Walker smothers it, and it's a base hit. Holding at third, Cabrera, but Walker saved a run. But again, the first 2 men, back-to-back singles.
Well, Venable staying on that breaking ball nicely, back-to-back breakers. And Neil Walker knew that he could get Venable. He went to his right. Venable, who runs well, he's immediately eyeing Cabrera at third base, thinking that he might get a little froggy and take a big turn around third base. Action for the Padres here in the first.
That was an 0-2 pitch. So first and third for Chase Headley. Chance to add to his club leading 76 RBIs. He has 76, and so does Andrew McCutchen, the 2 leaders in knocking in runs in this matchup. It makes any pitcher a little edgy with runners of the type of Cabrera at third and Venable at first. Both outstanding base stealers.
I bet you a dime to donuts that you might see the fake the third throw to first move. That's why at first base, Venable got to be careful. Make sure that it's a bluff.
Remind me about your dime to donuts line. I did a little research after our discussion about Red Skelton last night. There's a donut in his resume, more than one. Maybe it was a dozen. Ground ball to first, and they've got Cabrera in the rundown. Now he's going. Now they all can move up. Good job by Cabrera. He's tagged, but the runners move to third and second. That's well done. Venable winds up at third. Headley at second base on the fielder's choice. 3-2-5-3 on the putout of Cabrera.
Hey, perfectly executed. As soon as that ball was caught by Garrett Jones, the cat and mouse game is on. And right there, when Cabrera starts going that way, everybody moves up 90 feet. Perfectly done. Now only one out and a run. Possibly will score not just one, but 2 runs. Always have to look, as a base runner, always have to look ahead of you, see what the next guy is doing. You don't want to run up his backside, but that was perfectly executed. Good hang time by Cabrera.
Yeah, it was a mistake there for them not to continue to run Cabrera toward third, get the tag there. Then they have a chance to deny Venable moving into third base. So Quinton with 2 men on, no 1 out here in the first inning. Infield plays back. Swing and a miss. 93 on the fastball from Burnett.
That's probably what he's going to top out, Dick. 93 on the fastball. That curveball, it's a sweeping curveball, and the changeup. He really doesn't have that wipeout pitch, that knockout pitch. But he's good at setting up hitters, making them chase.
Line down the right field line. That's slicing. Fair ball. Up against the 322 sign. Venable scores. Headley scores on a double by Quinton. It's 2-0.
Good hitting by Carlos Quinton. Yeah, it rhymes. It's a ringing double down the right field line. Fastball down and away. Shortens it up nicely. Boy, just, you know, Carlos Quinton is just not one-dimensional, not just coming out of his shoes to try to yank the ball. He smoked that ball nicely the opposite way.
I don't know if he's a golfer, but he hit the sweet spot on that tailor-made driver, didn't he?
Yes, he did.
Yasmani Grandal, chance to add more. Padres got 2 last night, went on to a 3-1 win. They got to Kevin Correa early. You know, Correa, to add to, you know, the Bulldog and Correa, the fact that he would volunteer to pitch. Some more research done. And the last time someone pitched 2 innings of relief one game and the next day started, you had to go back 30 years. Dave Beard for Oakland did it. So Correa really trying to help his club to the playoffs. San Diego native, and that pitch in for a strike. Grandal falls behind 2 strikes. Interesting pieces the last couple of nights on Grandal, going back to his roots in Miami with Leila Rahimi. Inside 1 and 2, and his nickname, and I do agree with the majority here, Yasmani Grandal. Produced the money hits. Little scrape by Cabrera in the sliding activity in that inning. So Jason Marquis has a 2-0 lead as Grandal goes down swinging. Curveball fooled him. 2 outs to Alonso. Here's the Pittsburgh defense tonight. Tabata and Snyder in the corners. McCutchen will patrol center. Alvarez at third. Garrett Jones at first, with Barmas and Walker the double play combo. Rod Barajas the veteran catcher for Burnett. Alonso checks in tonight at 272. Quinton at second base. Burnett working on that inside corner. Strike 2. What's a spike curve? They say Burnett has a spike curve.
Absolutely. And rather than having 2 fingers on the baseball, he actually spikes his index finger into the baseball, and his middle finger lays on the seams of the baseball.
full foul. Demonstrate for us here.
Well, traditional curveball on these seams right here, so you get all 4 seams going that way. A spike curveball, we've seen a number of pitchers do it. They'll spike that index finger right there, and then they'll stay up on top of it, and that ball comes over that middle finger.
What does that accomplish?
Just get up and over, get that ball over rather than having to go over this finger.
But I mean the action. What is it?
Oh, 12-6, straight down off the table.
Does it say? Does that part?
It sounds like that. You
okay.
can hear it as a hitter.
We'll have to get our microphones on that. Inside. Did you have a spike curve?
I did not. I just threw a traditional curveball and gripped it, ripped it, threw it as hard as I could. Just stay on top of it and bam, get that good rotation on it.
A ball, 2 strikes.
Some pitchers can't control it. He's probably been throwing it since he was a youngster.
Grew up in the Little Rock, Arkansas area. Trying to become the 3rd National League pitcher to win 16. Gio Gonzalez of Washington and Johnny Cueto have hit the 16 win mark. Padres beat him in Pittsburgh, and they jump out 2-0 tonight. Carlos Quentin still at second, 2 outs. Boy, he's feeding everything in on the hands of the left-handed hitters, isn't it?
Oh, that was a curveball from A.J. Burnett. Spike curveball out of the glove. See the finger?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then listen. Did you hear it?
Even in slow motion.
Yeah.
Amazing. Swing and a miss. So after the Padres get 2 runs on Quentin's double, Burnett bears down, strikes out Grandal and Alonso, but San Diego jumps in front early, 2-0. So the Padres, as they did last night, scored 2 in the first inning to have that hit. And Marquis goes to work on a beautiful Tuesday night in San Diego. A little cooler than it's been the last week or so.
You know what makes it even cooler? Social Media Tuesday. They're already coming in. They like that 1-2 punch of Cabrera and Venable, top of the order.
This is Garrett Jones, the first baseman, and 2-0 the count on him. Jones with a historic home run 3 years ago, hit the Pirates' 10,000th home run in their long and not always illustrious history. 3-0. He's been a patient man, 7.5 years in the minor leagues, 2 different organizations, the Twins and Pirates, before he hit the big time, and is a solid player. 281, 19 homers. That's a strike. Pedro Alvarez and then Clint Barmas in the Pittsburgh second.
That's awesome. The whole family coming out wearing the Padre gear, rooting on their hometown team.
That's great. educate them. Young age. Ball 4. Not a good thing. Leadoff walk for the Pirates. Marquis not happy with that sequence.
Well, he's been around the block to where he can make an adjustment. He knows what he's done in his mechanics. Throwing that ball 4, kind of think about it a little bit, and then go back to work, try to get a grounder.
Diligently keeping score. How do you mark a walk? BB or W?
Just a W.
W?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about you?
Doesn't matter, but it is interesting, the whole concept of scoring when you try to teach somebody who hasn't kept the box score, and it goes all the way back to the 1860s. You know, they used E for error and they used S for sacrifice, and they said, well, what do we do with strikeout? S is already taken. Well, at that time they didn't call it a strikeout, they called it he struck. Not struck out, he struck. So he said, well, let's take the last letter off, struck, and K then became the strikeout symbol.
You know how I learned that?
No.
My dad subscribed to Baseball Digest for me when I was a kid.
Ooh, a line drive. Marquis knocks it down. He had a play at second base, but doesn't go there. And he may have been just stunned by that. That was ripped at Marquis. Where did he? No, he may not have gotten that in a good place.
It looked like initially he got a glove on it. He may have gotten a glove on it, but still. Maybe on the pinky. And it's kind of tough to tell with the black glove if you got it inside the glove or on the back side of the glove.
Looked like maybe down on the wrist.
May have been the wrist. You're absolutely right, Dick, after the second look there.
He had easily had the out at second, but he was just lucky to find the ball, and we'll see how serious this may be. Here's a man that a year ago took a line drive off his shin, broke his leg.
Yep.
So he's accustomed to, and how did he become accustomed? But he sadly has gone through comebackers that have been real wounds.
Yeah.
You're right on the wrist. Oh boy, there's nothing there to protect all those small bones of the wrist and hand. Manipulating that hand to make sure there isn't a fracture. Todd Hutchison, trainer deluxe extraordinary. Concerned Bud Black. Surely not another serious injury.
I think it's going to take a lot to get Jason Marquis out of this game. I mean,
he's going to try to make some pitches. Of course, fortunately, it's on his non-throwing wrist.
That's got to hurt because, like you said, Dick, there's not a lot of meat there. It's just, it's skin, it's bone, and they've got those veins on the inside part of your wrist.
That's where they take your pulse. That's where you got hit.
Yeah.
Black said, "Are you sure?"
I would take some throws from one of the infielders, just kind of get a.
Oh, right, to catch the ball, because that's going to test
to get a feel.
Bud is not convinced yet. He almost reluctantly is going to leave the mound.
Now,
Joe West, he said something to West.
Well, I was wondering if Joe West was going to charge him with a visit, because he did motion to somebody, the Pirate dugout, and I was trying to specifically focus on Joe, because sometimes when the umpire comes off after an injury like that, he'll kind of wave it off saying no visit. Now, whether they talk strategy or talk pitching, that's why the umpire is there during the injury, so they can wave it off as no visit. I didn't get that sign though from Joe West.
So in a 2-0 game here in the top of the second, Garrett Jones walk and goes to second on that smash to the mound, and the hitter is Clint Barmas. And the first pitch in there from Marquis. Barmas was 1 for 3 last night, 2 strikeouts. Fly ball shallow, back of second. Amarista calls off Cabrera for the second out.
Well, getting back to that story about strikeout, Well, my dad got me a subscription to Baseball Digest. One of the best things he could ever do. and there was articles on scoring, and that's how I learned about it when I was like maybe 10 years old.
It does seem odd when people say, well, how do you get K out of strikeout?
Right.
Well,
and then for a batter looking, I draw backwards.
Backwards,
K.
yeah, a lot of people do
Yeah.
that. And I put KC.
Strikeout
for
called.
And we all have our little differences as to how we want to keep score. In fact, that that we have all these instructionals. It'd be kind of interesting to see how the two of us keep scoring.
That
what
would
we
be.
do.
Yeah.
Look over our shoulder, see how we score a game, how we keep our notes. And 30 seconds later, the instructional's over.
Let's send it back to Mike Pomeranz.
There you go. Back to you, Mike. One strike the count on Rod Barajas. And 1-1, and we've got a moment here to check on the Lexus keys to the game, Mark.
Well, let's give Jason Marquis a present. It is his birthday. How about a victory for the old right-hander? And don't hoist the Jolly Roger. We don't want the Pirates to be hoisting that flag up on that flagpole to let everybody know that they're Pirates and that they won. They raise it up there in Pittsburgh after a victory.
Swing and a miss.
So keep that Jolly Roger down below deck. No victory for the Buccos tonight. Hey, it looks like the slider is biting for Jason Marquis. Down and away, good rotation.
Perfect spot. Barajas hitting only 190, but with power has 8 home runs.
You know, I think in about 5 or 10 minutes is when that's maybe a concern. When you get hit in a spot like that, you kind of sit down a little bit, and the adrenaline stops flowing, and might start to swell up a little bit. But Todd Hutchison and his gang down there will take good care of Jason Marquis.
I'm sure as he comes off the field, they're going to rush some ice packs to that wrist. 1 ball, 2 strikes on Barajas, 2 outs, 2-0 Padres. Jones at second base for Pittsburgh, and again, time as Grandal goes out to talk to his pitcher. The Pirates have added Chad Qualls, who was on a bereavement, nothing serious, but of concern in his family. Often you see bereavement and you think of immediately there might have been a death. That was not the case, but Chad Qualls, former Padre, back in uniform. There he is, the bullpen. And Daniel McCutchen, right-handed pitcher, has been called up, his 3rd stint with the Pirates. And those 2 youngsters we saw last night, Kyle McPherson and Justin Wilson, very impressive, those lads who had their way with the Padres in their major league debut. They've been rewarded by going back to Indianapolis. 2-2. Drive into the left field corner, but it's hooking foul.
Nice grab, young man, even though you're wearing a Dodger hat. Got to call him as I see him, Dick, right?
You bet. That's that corner we talked about last night. That's where you get the souvenirs. Know your seating location and bring your glove.
2-handed grab, nicely done.
They teach that at Blair Academy.
Yeah, I'm sure they're all happy there at Blair Academy. Stand up. Show your pride there, son. There you go. You're the man.
He knows it. 2-2. Ooh, came inside and he got him. A delayed call by Joe West, but the fastball freezing Barajas. So after being hit by the line drive, Marquis bounces back, gets out of the inning.
Fox Sports San Diego. Padres leading the Pirates 2-0 in the second. And want to show you Game Connect. This is how you get there on the Fox Sports San Diego website. I have it here on my iPad, and as you can see, all sorts of good stuff to literally connect with the game. And it's not just about connecting with the game, it's also about connecting with us. On the right side, a window for you to use, tweet, and also connect on Facebook. Use the hashtag FSBooth to interact with us during the game, react to plays, and more. Send it back upstairs.
All right, Layla. Alexi Amarista, first ball swinging and grounds out to Walker, the second baseman. You saw Jason Marquis in the dugout with that heavy ice pack on the left wrist. Todd Hutchison supervising there, and now apparently that helped him enough that doesn't need any more, although I would guess he's going to try to keep that close by, but putting on the gloves would indicate that he isn't. Yes, that glove just wasn't far enough down the wrist to protect him. Cameron Maybin, he has had a hot little stretch here. Last night, Maybin with 2 singles and 4 at bats in the Sunday win against the Giants 7-1. He had 4 hits. Six knocks in 2 games. And with those 6 hits, he's raised his average, and it's been a while, over the 220 mark. He's now at 222 to start tonight.
And remember, it's not how you start, it's how you finish in this great game of baseball, like any other professional sport. And the season hot the last 6 weeks.
No, it's serious business about building for next year.
Sure.
That's the real deal. There's another base hit. He's just not over swinging. It's a different stroke entirely. Instead of spinning up there and trying to yank it out of here, he's just making nice, sweet contact.
It's a breaking ball as well. You know, I've noticed that about Cameron Maybin. He's staying on the breaking ball much better and hitting that breaking ball up the center of the diamond rather than trying to pull it.
Boy, this is like a law firm. Cabrera, Venable, and Maybin. They're just ripping it apart. What a good sign. And Maybin, of course, with 21 steals, motivated by the fact he's no longer the club leader. Cabrera just got his 22nd. Marquis giving up the bat to bunt and jabs. Maybe his heart not in that sacrifice. Yeah. He wants to swing. 202 lifetime, as you can see. He's knocked in 54 runs, and this year at 290 is the best batting average in the lineup.
That's impressive.
Clint Hurdle with that triple wad of bubble gum, giving it a workout. Off home plate foul. Let's see if Bud Black insists upon Marquis bunting with 2 strikes on him, or whether they'll let Marquis swing away.
Well, it's his top hand swinging from the left side that got hit with that line drive for Jason Marquis. He's throwing him on the bottom of that bat.
In the game at Pittsburgh, where the Padres won 5-0 on the 2-hitter, Marquis had 2 hits off Burnett. He's going to square again. And fouls it away. Strike 3. Well, it's Social Media Tuesday here on Fox Sports San Diego with the Padres. My 9-year-old son wants to know, besides Petco, which ballpark have you been to the most, and your favorite? Which is your favorite?
Well, I would have to say, since working here in the TV booth for 17 years, being in the division, I would say Dodger Stadium would be the one that I've been to the most. Thank you for your question, at M. Winicki. Appreciate that. But my favorite? Hey, Wrigley Field for me.
Oh, of course, you grew up there in Chicago.
Right. How about you, Dick?
Well, my favorite is gone. It's been destroyed by the Iron Ball. That was Briggs Stadium, Tiger Stadium in Detroit. The most experience, of course, was in Anaheim Stadium as the Angels announcer. And it's a beautiful ballpark, and they've reconstructed that so that now you see out at the mountains, which was taken away for a while the Rams were playing there. Pitch out, no action from Maybin with 2 outs. Cabrera's the hitter. My favorite park now, we can't say Petco because obviously that would be the homespun answer. And it is the favorite park of a lot of people. It'd be a good answer. I guess it'd have to be AT&T Park.
That's beautiful. I like Safeco up the coast, Seattle.
Yeah, all the West Coast ballparks. And while they're new, he didn't ask for the least favorite, but as an announcer, the least favorite, Pittsburgh, although new, and Washington, because they put the broadcast booths up on the roof. I mean, I'd like to see the curvature of the earth. I think it's important. But to call a baseball game when you can't tell whether it's a low line drive or a ground ball, yeah, it's hard.
It's very difficult.
They made it almost impossible. Marquis still with that ice wrap. 1-1 on Cabrera, who singled through the left side of the infield to start the first inning. Stole second, moved to third on Will Venable's infield hit. And then after the fielder's choice, Headley, Cabrera on a rundown between third and home, tagged out. Carlos Quentin doubled in 2 runs. Maven goes. Swing and a miss, strike 3. So the Padres go on in the second. They get a single from Maven, but that's it. To the third, 2-0.
Padres baseball brought to you by AT&T, the largest 4G network. AT&T. Rethink possible. And by Petco, where the healthy pets go.
What a scene. Petco Park, fans out in the park have come to have a little picnic and enjoy a big league ball game. Into the third inning, 2-0 Padres. A.J. Burnett, the pitcher, 3 hits and 44 at bats. Then Tabata and Snyder at the top of the Pittsburgh order. Swing. I guess that was a swing. It was the nice little wave. 1-2.
They make short work of A.J. Burnett here to lead off this inning. 9-1-2. Put him away quickly.
Chopped off home plate. Marquis. Lob throw across in plenty of time. Burnett running half speed up the line. 1 away. Well, social media and Mark Grant is the best commentator San Diego's ever had.
Come on.
What's the question?
Come on now. That's very nice.
Your Aunt Hepzibah sent that in, and I think it's really, they never forget the aunts.
It's unbelievable. Yeah. She was always good to me on my birthday.
She was the one that, those
$20 bill every birthday.
Yeah, in the little knit things for your feet.
Now she's all into twittering and all that stuff. Thank you.
Nothing like a grandma that tweets or twits, either one. The bunt by Tabata. The quick throw up the line by Grandal is in time for the out.
Joe West is calling it a foul ball, I believe.
Oh, okay. Tabata thought it was a fair ball. He was hustling up the line. He thought he was out. Now he's going to say, wait, whoa, okay, I get another chance.
Yeah, Joe West. Watch Joe West. It hits him when he's in the box. Good call by Joe West. And right out of the gate, he raises his arms. Hits him in the leg while he's still in the box. And Joe says foul ball.
Up in the thigh. So erase the 2-3. And give Tabata another chance here. 1 strike the count. He struck out the first time. And he rips one back through the middle. Marquis said, hey, they're taking target practice at me. Base hit for Tabata. 4 hits in the 2 games of the series. Brings up Travis Snyder. He singled back through the middle. So 3 different balls have been pounded right back at Marquis in the game. 2 for singles to center, and then that hard shot by Alvarez that struck him in the wrist. Two nothing Padres here in the 3rd. 1 out. I know fans here in the San Diego area are always interested in the work of Steven Strasburg, the San Diego State All-America. Well, he pitched tonight for Washington. 6 innings, 4 hits, 1 earned run, 10 strikeouts. He's 15-5 as Washington beat Atlanta 4-1. Mahalam the loser for the Braves, 11-8. And the other battle for first place in the National League West between the Giants and the Dodgers. Lincecum against Joe Blanton, and the Giants have a 2-0 lead in the top of the 3rd at Dodger Stadium. Inside, 2-1 to Snyder. '24-year-old Snyder acquired middle of the year in July in a trade. Slaps that one right through the hole. That'll send Tabata to second base, and he had to hold up, otherwise be hit. Otherwise it should have been first and third.
Yeah, look like he had to skip some rope there. That ball hits him. He is out. An elevated sinker. Good looking swing. You know, that ball might take a bad hop at times and come up and hit the runner. Got to be very careful. That was closer. That was very close.
If he's running full speed at the get-go, he's around to third base on that single. So first and second with only 1 out. Pirates threaten here in the 3rd as Andrew McCutchen comes up. Grounded to short, a fielder's choice the first time, and then stole second. In there. Slider at 82. First in hitting, first in on base percentage, second in slugging, second in hits, third in hitting with runners in scoring position as he stands in there now. 1-1.
Well, that warrants some MVP votes, don't you think, Mark Sweeney?
What's going on, guys?
Yeah, MVP numbers for
MVP numbers. He's been outstanding and consistent throughout the league, and the Padres have done a nice job against Andrew McCutchen.
Struck out twice in key situations last night with the tying run aboard.
And if you notice, they were fastballs away.
Here's some other possible winners of the National League Most Valuable Player Award. Ryan Braun again, Carlos Beltran, Buster Posey is going to get some votes, that's for sure. I'd say of that group, McCutchen and Posey would be 1-2 if I had a ballot. 2-1. Matt Kemp not on that list. Kemp, of course, the injury is really taking away what was a fabulous start in April. But at season's end, if the Dodgers wanted to make the playoffs, he should garner some votes. Many felt he should have won it last year. Ryan Braun edging him out. 2-2 pitch. Grounded to third. Headley to second for one. Back to first base. He throws it wild. And here comes a runner in from third, and he will score. Well, a great job taking out the second baseman Amarista. And that gets the Pirates a run. Snyder going in hard on Amarista. Amarista throwing way over the head of Alonso. And Tabata able to come around to score. And that was a double play ball. Good throw, and the inning would have been over.
Does Chase Headley have a little trouble getting the ball out? No, it's clean. And like you said, the slide into second base looks like he kind of hooks. You know, that's a clean slide there. He just happened to catch Amarista's feet, tripped him up, therefore working underneath it.
No RBI. Charge Amarista with the air. Safe at first, McCutchen. The Padres, who are last in the National League in double plays, had a chance there. Instead, the Pirates come away with a run, and there goes McCutchen to second, and he is out of there. Good tag by Cabrera. So the inning over for the Pirates, but they get an unearned run and have cut the Padre lead to 2-1. Gap 2-1 Padres. Bottom of the third. Venable leads off. You know, the great ones never lose it. And
no.
Mark Sweeney, you know, even though he's not in uniform, the movement of the man is to be admired.
Yeah, we saw it in the instructional before the game, or on the footwork.
The throw by Amarista. Look closely as the throw goes over Alonso's head behind. There goes Sweeney.
Look at that guy.
You look at him.
Get out of there.
Guys, it's about Keanu Reeves in The Matrix. I had to get involved. I get my feet involved, and I thought I really had to get away from that.
But by Venables, a beauty and a base hit. You can't drag it any better than that. And Venables' hitting continues. 2 for 2 tonight.
Great idea by Will Venable. Sneaking up on the Pirate defense. And what's great about this is just out of the reach of Burnett. Once it gets by him, all bets are off.
For Venable, a couple of infield hits as he continues to hit at a tear. He's now 7 for the last 10. Chase Headley, safe on a fielder's choice, scored one of the runs in the first inning. Came in on Quinton's 2-run double to right field. Ground ball, right side. That'll go through. Venable keeps right on it going. He's headed for third. And the Padres, with no one out, have runners at the corners.
Attacking early. Venable with the bunt. Headley, first pitch hacking. Garrett Jones holding on the runner. Cuts down the range. Big hole on the right side. Yeah, nothing wrong with a 2-hopper. And look at Will Venable go. He turns it on after that ball gets through the infield. Glenn Hoffman says stay put, and some more action for the Padres here.
You know, there's different styles of running, and they're all enjoyable to watch. You have Amarista with those quick little steps and scooting around. You have Maben flapping his way in those long. But Venable is that smooth, gliding, effortless run. It's one of those animals in the prairies that you see just effortlessly making their way from one corner to the other, as did Venable.
It's fun to see him turn it into another gear, you know, turn it up.
Quinton, with runners at second and third and one out in the first inning, laced a double into the right field corner to give the Padres the 2-0 lead. Now 2-1. Chance for more here. Runner goes from first, and the ground ball foul. Headley got a big jump. Pirates weren't looking for him. That's how he gets a lot of his steals. Quinton's the man. Great pickup.
Thank you, Andrew Moberly. Appreciate that. Yes, he is. He's added quite a different dimension to this Padre offense. And like any other team that picks up a hitter like Carlos Quinton, it makes everybody a little bit better and see better pitches. And
now Headley addressed that this week, celebrating this terrific August. And he made some interesting comments today. It was with Bill Center at the UT. He says that the batting average, he thinks, is the most overrated statistic in baseball, that runners in scoring position and on base percentage are more important. Of course, with all his walks, he has a terrific on base percentage, one of the best in the National League. And then he credited Quinton. He said, I'm getting better pitches. And you know what's happening? It moves forward. Headley's better, and so Venable hitting second, and then Venable's, and then Cabrera hitting first. So it works its way through the order, and it all starts with this man, Quinton, in the cleanup spot. Pops him up, and he slams the bat down way in the air, and the shortstop able to take care of business there. Barmes. No RBI for Quinton, and that'll bring up with one out Yasmani Grandal.
You know, to your point, Dick, it's so important to really get those first two guys going. You look at the beginning of the year, Cameron Maben and also Will Venable were at the top of the order. That really didn't work too well, and now they're trying to just interchange parts. Looks like Cabrera is very comfortable, adds a different element to Will Venable's game, and you can see there's always traffic on the bases, and that's what the middle lineup really needs, opportunities. The more opportunities you have, the more you're going to be successful.
And of course, in April and May, they didn't have Quinton hitting cleanup. He was recovering from that knee surgery, and Padres did struggle at the top of the order. Here's Yasmani Grandal, first and third, one out. And ball one. Grandal up in the first inning with Quinton at second. And just one out, struck out, and then Alonso struck out. Burnett pitched out of that trouble. Now with the pop-up of Quinton, one out. Venable at third, Headley at first.
Even Buddy keeps the stopwatch on Burnett to see how quick he is to the plate.
The top four men in the batting order tonight are 5 for 8. Grandal trying to add on. 2-0.
Good recognition laying off that breaking ball there. Especially with the count 1-0. You flip up that breaking ball out of the hand and you recognize it's out of the zone. Spit on it. Count in your favor.
Low, 3-0.
I like that. Some Major League Baseball players have great nicknames. How do you feel about the Yasmanian Devil? Thank you, SDSU Aztec.
3-0 now to Grandal. The runner goes, and Headley has an easy steal. No, he doesn't. That's called ball 4. Or Headley would have had second base stolen, and Grandal on 4 pitches has walked to load the bases. First free ticket from A.J. Burnett. And it's up to Yonder Alonso. A Padre over every pillow. There's Yonder in full form.
Guys, you see Chase Headley taking off on a 3-0 pitch, and you wonder why he's taking off on a 3-0 pitch. Mark, you understand, to throw a strike, A.J. Burnett has to use his regular leg kick, and that's why so many people really like to take off on 3-0 pitches.
Well, Burnett has allowed more stolen bases than any pitcher in the National League.
Yeah, good point, Mark.
See, Cabrera stole earlier tonight. So with Burnett on the mound, men stealing are 26 for 27. Only one time has a runner been thrown out with Burnett on the mound. So obviously he doesn't hold runners well, and he has a big move to the plate, a timely move to the plate. And the Padres and stopwatches, they know that, and they're going to take advantage. 1-0 to Alonso. Whoa, 2-0. So that's 6 straight out of the strike zone. Alonso in the driver's seat with the bases loaded. 2-0. Ground ball, could be 2. And it is. For the 10th time, Alonso has grounded into a double play, leads the team in that category, sadly. And the Padres left empty in the 3rd.
Actually, I think it was my girlfriend came up with it in Arizona, and she had a big sign, and her friends started putting it up. So I thought that was pretty sweet. But, you know, they called me a bunch of different names. You know, Yaz was the one that they came up when I was like about 11 or 12 years old, and it stuck. Other than that, it's been Cash Money, Yaz Manny, Yaz Money.
My vote is for Yaz Money, but thanks to SDSU Aztec, who sent us the question about Yasmanian Double via Twitter using the hashtag FSBooth, and Yaz Money is our guy quote of the game. Let's send it back upstairs.
Yeah, I like it too, Layla. Yaz Money, Randall. Let's hope he can live up to it. Neil Walker struck out the first time. 2-1 Padres, and golden opportunity with runners at first and third and no one out, and the Padres couldn't get anyone home in that last of the third. Had the bases loaded with one out, but Burnett found the right pitch to induce the double play and get out of it unscathed. Marquee now. Walker, Jones, and Alvarez, the heavy end of the order, top of the 4th. Walker with 14 homers, Jones with 19, and then Alvarez 23. And the RBI is just almost even. Walker has 68, Jones 66, Alvarez 62. Think about that. The Padres have Headley at 76. Then it falls all the way down to Alonso with 42. Two and two. Neil Walker. Hitting from his better side, over 300 as a left-handed hitter, just 250 right-handed. Another visit, Grandal with Marquis.
I don't know whether he's having difficulty seeing the signs or just detected something in his delivery. Or how do you want to go about getting this guy now with the count being 2-2? And they need some more cotton candy.
That message brought to you by the American Dental Association. Pops him up. Shallow left. Cabrera out. Quinton in. One away. Garrett Jones, the hitter. At the half-century mark, Marquis with one out in the fourth inning. Now that's a significant out because 3 1/3 innings. If you add those innings to Richard and Volquez, their pitching performances the last 2 games, that gives you a total of 18, or in essence 2 complete games, and only 1 earned run allowed in those 18 innings. Two and 0 to Garrett Jones, who walked the first time. Base hit to right. Line shot. Venable will get it in. Tying run aboard with 1 out in the fourth. On September 9th, the regular season of the NFL begins with a Fox NFL Sunday doubleheader. First, Robert Griffin III and the Redskins against Drew Brees and the Saints, or Michael Vick leads the Eagles against the Browns. Oh, the Falcons take on the Chiefs. Rams play the Lions. Then in America's Game of the Week, the 49ers battle Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, or the Seahawks, Cardinals, or Panthers, Buccaneers. Coverage begins Sunday, September 9th, with the Built Ford Tough Fox NFL pregame show at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific. Check your local listings for the games in your area. And speaking of football, Sports Illustrated's Peter King here to see a ball game and grab a nosh. One of the outstanding writers. Good to have him at Petco. Swing and a miss.
2 changeups.
0-2 to Pedro Alvarez.
Well, after the base hit to Garrett Jones, Jason Marquis pulling the string on Alvarez. 2 straight changeups.
They call him El Toro for his bull-like strength, muscular physique.
You know, he's starting to fill out a little more too, Alvarez. You know, when he first came up to the big leagues, a homegrown Pirate, #1 pick.
A Commodore in college at Vanderbilt. Infield looks for 2. Swung on and missed. Another changeup. That's the 4th strikeout in time for the Saguan Casino Daycation highlight of the game. And here's the K on the changeup from Marquis as he strikes out Alvarez.
Taking all the sting out of the bat of Alvarez. Changeup, and another changeup. See ya. Way out in front of it.
So 2 outs. Jones at first base, and Clint Marmus, the hitter, popped to short his first time. Outside on the fastball. How about Stephen Drew being traded to the Oakland A's? The D-backs gave up on Drew after the injury to the ankle. And all they got in and maybe he's a terrific player, Sean Jamison, a minor league infielder. But with all the hype about Stephen Drew going to be one of the really terrific shortstops, and all of a sudden the D-backs sent him packing. 2-0. Barmas rips one into left. Now Quinton's job is to get that out of the corner before Jones can come around to score. He's at third. They're going to wave him. Here comes a throw to the plate, and he is out of there. Yes, sir. What a play. The perfect relay from Quinton to Cabrera. A strike by Cabrera into Grandal, who blocked the plate. Or was it Amarista? It was Amarista who made the throw on the relay, and that snuffs out a possible big inning. Tonight, Jones, here it goes. Quinton overshoots Cabrera, and Amarista there to rock and fire a strike to the plate. You can't throw it better than that. Right on the tag.
And in Peoria, Arizona, when the team is in spring training, they work on those extra base hits into the corner. You've got the double cutoff man, and Grandal could just sit there, block the plate, and the ball finds his glove perfectly. That's a great play.
Joe West late in making his call because Grandal unable to keep his bare hand in the glove to hold on to it, and had to make the tag with the glove, and sometimes it gets kicked free. And so here's Amarista after throwing that perfect strike to home plate to deny the Pirates the tying run. He leads it off here in the last of the fourth inning. 0-2 the count. Grounded to second his first time, and he grounds again to the second baseman Walker. One away.
And Mark Sweeney, from your vantage point, looked like a pretty nice play, huh?
Yeah, such a nice job. And Carlos Quinton started it off by hustling down the line. He knew there was a guy on first. He started that play, but such a great job by Grandal, seeing the runner and coming up on the line and shortening that distance and taking a nice throw and blocking the play. Nice job by Yasmani Grandal, doing the little things on that perfect relay.
No doubt about it. 7-4-2 on the putout. One out. Here's Cameron Maben, singled his first time.
And guys, also when you have the double cutoff. Now imagine if you don't have the double cutoff, that ball's over Cabrera's head, he scores easily.
And think about the real estate that Amarista has to cover from his position at second base to hustle and be almost on the foul line in left field to complete that relay. Waved at and missed. 0-2 to Maben. That'll please the manager. That is work done over and over again in spring training. Comes to play here on this August 21st.
And I'll be quite honest with you. And Mark Sweeney, you can chime in on this. As an outfielder, Spring training, when you work on those, it's got to tick you off because you got to run all the way over the corner and get that ball.
Yeah, you're hoping that there's about 2 or 3 other guys behind you just playing that so you get some rest as an outfielder. But they did a great job at that. Like you said, Dick, getting over there for Amarista, getting in line with that throw from Carlos Quentin was a key to that play.
He reaches out and he punches that one into right center for a base hit. And how about Cameron Maben? A lesson well earned by Maben that you don't have to knock the cover off the ball to rack up base hits. He's 2 for 2 tonight.
Another breaking ball. So Mark Sweeney, earlier in this game, Maben hit a breaking ball to the shortstop side of second base. This one, he hits it exactly where it's pitched.
Well, exactly, Mark. And if you're doing the scouting report and you're visiting teams, you know for Cameron Maben, you're going to throw a lot of sliders. You're going to try to throw fastballs out of the zone and sliders. He's made a nice adjustment trying to get him deeper in the stance.
Marquis tried to bunt the last time and struck out on a foul bunt on his second strike. Adding up Maben, he's 8 for the last 11. Cameron Maben.
Well, Padres trying to get that run back that the Pirates got in the top half of the third. Speed on the bases. Marquis can handle the bat well.
Maybe a butcher boy in the works here.
Absolutely. You never know, especially with Alvarez. He is almost down the throat of Jason Marquis. You can see how close he is. He's charging when that pitch is coming to the plate.
Maben a solid lead at first base. Man, almost hit him, but he was in foul territory, Marquis. 2 strikes, so that's 5 tries for Marquis and 2 at bats to bunt the ball, sacrifice unsuccessfully. 2 strikes on him. In a similar situation, 1 out Maben at first base the last time up in the second inning with 2 strikes on him. But Black asked him to try to move the man over with the bunt 0-2, and he struck out. Another try, and this one in fair territory, and Burnett with the out at first base. 1-4. Sacrifice successful. And it's time now for our AT&T trivia question. What do we have for you tonight? Jake Peavy. He holds the Padres record with 30 career games of 10 or more strikeouts. Who has the second most big strikeout games for the Padres? Double figure strikeouts. Peavy the record holder. Answer in the half inning.
Has to be Mark Grant.
Oh, come on. No.
Yeah, it's up to Cabrera here. A single and a strikeout. Chance to pick up the run. 2-1 Padres. Maben in scoring position. Will Venable with 7 hits in 9 at bats, the last 9, 7 for 9. He's on deck, and Maben 8 for 11. Amazing string of 8 hits for these 2 men. And Cabrera not bad, 7 for 12. Peavy remembered here at Petco.
Oh yeah, they still have the jerseys out.
He was a bulldog with a capital B.
Oh.
Ground ball pulled to first. Jones will take it to the bag himself, and the inning's over. So we've completed 4 innings at Petco. The Padres 2, the Pirates 1. Inning on a 2-run double by Carlos Quentin. Time for our AT&T trivia question. The answer to the Padre who is second behind Peavy in games striking out 10 or more batters. The answer, Andy Bennis.
I totally forgot about the A train, Andy Bennett. I was thinking Joey Hamilton. I was thinking Kevin Brown. Hey, guys, let's go to the game tonight. You paint an S on your chest, I'll paint a D, and we'll meet and we'll paint our faces and we'll have a good old time. That's the conversation these guys had before they came to the ball yard.
And just don't you D get over on my other side.
That's right.
We don't want any DS here. Don't diss anyone. Barajas, Burnett, and then the leadoff man Tapia here in the top of the 5th.
Hey, remember in the pregame show interview, Edinson Volquez, I asked him, who's your best friend on the team? Clayton Richard. And along with Houston Street, yucking it up during the game in between pitches.
Hey, they are the 2-1-2, 2-1 in the smile contest, those two.
I love that.
And they get paid for this. It's terrific, huh? What a job. 2-0. And Marquis falls behind Barajas 3-0 with a pitcher on deck. Lays in a strike. And he walked him. Leadoff man. Walk.
Well, we were talking about Edinson Volquez just a minute ago in the dugout, enjoying this game. Well, talk about having fun. 10 strikeouts. That was the subject of our trivia question. And he had it working with the fastball. He had it working with the changeup. The curveball as well. All three of his pitches working very nicely to strike out 10 Pirates.
Second time this year, 10 strikeouts for Volquez. He struck out 10 Rangers back in June. So Burnett, with no one out, up there to try to move that tying run into scoring position. Bounce back to the mound his first at bat. Bunted foul. 2 strikes on Burnett.
Guys, so many times we talk about the signs coming from the third base coach into the hitter. When a pitcher's up there, usually they'll give him the bunt sign, the first sign, and then everything else after that, the bunt is always on, and they're going to try to trick the San Diego Padres bench from trying to pick up those signs as well. It usually is just on all the time until they take it off.
2 strikes. He squares again and misses. He went after it. Strike 3. 5 strikeouts for Marquis. And to the top of the order, Jose Tapia.
Well, you can see how upset that he was, Jason Marquis, that is, when he walked Rod Barajas. I mean, after ball 4, he looked up in the sky and just kind of was beside himself. Well, what a way to bounce back quickly to get Burnett top of the order now, hopefully for a ground ball, get a double play.
Tapia, a strikeout and a single to center, and scored the Pirate run in the 3rd inning. Came around on a single fielder's choice and the throwing error by Amarista on a double play ball for the unearned run.
That was after Jose Tapia tried to bunt there, and it was a foul ball, hit him in the box. Then he was aboard with that single.
He thought he was out. Apparently he didn't feel the ball hit his leg because he ran it out. This one chopped toward second. There's one. Back to first. Not in time. Not a double play ball, and it was cleverly handled on the exchange between Amarista and Cabrera. They get the lead runner.
I was thinking that maybe Amarista, now that's the right play, because when you saw Barajas going into second base, he was still too far away from second base. So that's the right call. And the speed of Tapia, they can't get him on the back end. It's still a nice looking play. Good turn.
And Cabrera didn't have the momentum to throwing to first base. Had to throw all arm and top it at too much speed. So 2 outs. He's at first. Threat to steal. Travis Snyder, the hitter. He's 2 for 2 tonight after going 0 for 4 last night. 4 times struck out and all the way to the screen. So the tying run in scoring position on the wild pitch.
Looked like he just yanked a 2-seamer, and that'll happen. Wanted it down and away. Yanked it down and in.
So the leadoff walk and a wild pitch. Top of the tying run at second base. 2-0. Andrew McCutchen on deck. McCutchen held to a couple of fielders' choice ground balls tonight. He was 1 for 5 last night. 3 strikeouts. Infield hit and a long out to deep center. Yeah, again with a runner at second base, Grandal going to make sure he and Marquis agree on this sign and know exactly what's to be thrown.
Now everybody's getting into the act. Got to get those signs straight. You don't want to cross anybody up.
That nick him? He acted like it might have, hit by pitch. So his own wildness, Marquis, has a couple of men aboard here and brings up the league's leading hitter, Andrew McCutchen. A walk, a wild pitch, and a hit batsman. Tough inning for Marquis.
No, it's a slider. And it gets the back foot. You know, tough to move those feet out of the way when you're anchored like that. You know, you got your momentum, you're starting your stride, and it's tough to pick up those pups.
Worked himself into a predicament here to have to deal with a top hitter for the Pirates. Top power, top RBI man, McCutchen with 2 on.
He's kept him on the ground. First 2 at bats, fielder's choice.
That one isn't on the ground. That's up the alley and right, but Venable is there to chase it down. Good break on the ball by Venable, and the ball was slicing back toward him. That helped as well, but a line out to right. Oh, that was hit hard. Brought to you by Sequan Casino. Get away for the day at the all-new Sequan Casino, San Diego's destination for casino gaming and excitement. And by your San Diego County Lexus dealer, who invites you to test drive a luxurious Lexus automobile today. For more information, visit Lexus.com. Will Venable in the bottom of the 5th inning, leading it off. Will with a couple of infield hits, one to deep second base, and scored in the 1st inning, and then a perfectly executed drag bunt single in the 3rd. Can't find that sinker, and it's 0-2, a curveball. So Venable, Headley, and Quinton, the 2-3-4 hitters for the Padres here in the 5th. Hanging on to a 2-1 lead. Line drive over the glove of Jones, rattles into the right field corner. There goes Venable on his way to second, and he has a double. 3 for 3 for Venable, and all 3 hits have come when he was down on the count. He was down 2 strikes in this at bat. Oh my, what a streak for Venable. That's now 8 hits in 11 at bats. He and Maben both 8 for the last 11.
You think Will Venable likes the ball down? Well, he goes down and gets this one just out of the reach of Garrett Jones. An easy double for Will Venable. Well, it's nice to have that runner at second base with nobody out. Chase Headley coming up.
Headley 1 for 2. Scored a run in the 1st. Try to get that ball on the ground to the right side. Hope to knock it through into right field. If not, at least you move Venable over to 3rd. Padres a chance to add to the 2-1 lead. We've had significant number of opportunities last night and tonight. Lots of base traffic. They're looking for that big hit.
Pretty straight up in the outfield for Chase Headley. Andrew McCutchen playing straight up the gut in center field.
Check swing, ball in the dirt. Did not go, says Rob Drake. So it'll be Andrew Werner called up from Tucson tomorrow afternoon against James McDonald of the Pirates in the final game of this 3-game series. Join us at 2:30 live. Better yet, come on up to the ballpark tomorrow.
There's that spike curveball from A.J. Burnett. Good break to it, down and in. It's generally where right-handers want to throw to left-handed hitters, right to that back foot. Even if you make contact with that, it's going to be a foul ball into the shin or down towards the Padre dugout.
Burnett now 61 pitches, so economical effort so far. Backs him off with a fastball at 93. That's about as high velocity as he's had tonight. Used to throw even harder.
Well, absolutely. Mid-90s, 96-ish, maybe even 97.
Marquis has given the Padres 5 good innings. Pitched out of trouble. 2-1 San Diego here in the 5th. Venable a leadoff double. Off speed, hangs outside, and the count goes full.
Well, Barajas tried to frame that one the best he could, but Joe West isn't going to call that one. And what do you know? Count, full count. Chase Headley. 3-2 to the Padre third sacker.
Carlos Quinton on deck. Grandal in the hole. Struck him out. Came right back. Off speed, that curveball, and that's nasty. I didn't say dirty or filthy, but it was nasty.
That's a nasty pitch. Good rotation. He went right back to that back foot. And Chase Headley right over the top of it and kind of out in front of it as well.
So Carlos Quinton steps up. A 2-run scored by the Padres back in the 1st inning, just as they scored 2 in the opener last night. Singles by Cabrera, Venable, and a 2-run double from Quinton into the right field corner. He popped up with 1st and 3rd occupied, no one out in the 3rd. And here he is, another chance to pick up some RBIs. He's got 35. Pops him up again. Second baseman Walker. 2 away. Burnett coming up with the big pitches with the Padres in scoring position. Grandal has struck out and walked. Padres tonight 2 for 10 with runners in scoring position. They're struggled all season long, but they've been improved of late. They were 3 for 13 last night, so they're 5 for 23. That's leaving a lot of men stranded. She's wearing her eye black here.
Yeah, she's a fan.
Ready for action.
Let's see if Burnett goes back to that breaking ball that he struck out Headley with. He started Grandal off with a changeup. Look, another changeup. Well, Mark Sweeney's down by the dugout, but you know, after that strikeout to Headley with the curveball, is that a pitch that's in the back of the mind of Grandal, you think, Mark?
Yeah, it's something that you definitely look at if you're in the on-deck circle or even in the dugout. You have to watch how they approach certain hitters, especially in runners in scoring position. That's to Grandal's benefit, having Headley in front of him.
There's that curveball.
2-1. Crafty as Burnett's got all the pitches and knows how to use them. 35 years of age. Has 136 career wins. Since the All-Star game, 5-2. Overall, 15-4. The action pitch, 2-1. And Grandal, good patience, 3-1. Barajas have to go over the signs and the strategy here. First base open. Yonder Alonso on deck, who struck out and hit into a double play. So either or, maybe.
I guess, you know, Barajas with the count 3-1. You know, like you said, Dick, first base open. What do you think you want to throw here? You want to go soft on? You want to have him try to chase a curveball? You want to throw a fastball off the plate?
Luxury of having first base open. Should he not throw a strike? And he's aboard again. Second time Grandal has earned a free ticket. So 2 on, 2 out for Yonder Alonso. Only 2 walks of the night from Burnett to Grandal.
I don't think Clint Hurdle liked that last call.
So Alonso, he's had some chances to pad the lead. Struck out with a man at second in the first inning. And with the bases loaded in the third, grounded into a double play. Chance to make amends here. 2 on, 2 out.
You know, Mark, you touched on Clint Hurdle not being happy with those pitches. I think it's one of those situations you look for your catcher, and sometimes those catchers have signs saying that that is a pretty good pitch. That gives an indication to the manager that he can actually ask where that pitch is and try to get a response from the home plate umpire.
Yeah, that's a good point. I remember playing with some catchers that if it was a called ball but yet a legitimate strike, the catcher would just kind of reach down by the dirt and grab a handful of dirt and kind of toss it aside, indicating to the manager that, yeah, he missed one. That was a strike. You've got the right to gripe if you want to maybe chirp a little bit.
Sometimes it's patting your top of your head or whatever they've worked out. But Hurdle chawing away. 2-0. Both those pitches way inside and low. And that one line foul late on the swing. 91-mile-an-hour fastball. Well, in a 2-1 game, the Padres having these chances to add. They need to take advantage here. They're keeping the Pirates close. 3-1. That just missed. That box track shows that it was outside. So 3-1. Alonso can look for something he can drive. Amarista on deck. Ball 4. The bases are loaded. Stretch of wildness here for A.J. Burnett. Venable moves to third. Grandal to second. And here comes Amarista and Ray Surge, the pitching coach for Pittsburgh. Well, he goes out there and Amarista walks to the plate. I want to pass along a hello to Ozzy and Roberta Alvarez. They love Amarista. They're watching in Brownsville, Texas. They watch all the games down there in Brownsville, Texas. They call him the little big man. They love Amarista and Roberta. Very fond of Cabrera. They like the double play combination. But it's nice to know that we've got San Diego Padre fans. They were here in San Diego from '69, and they've never given up their loyalty to the Padres. Nice to hear from them.
Absolutely.
I like the little big man. I like that. We should adopt that.
Well, he could be the big little man right here. Either way it works. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Both times up. He's grounded directly to the second baseman Walker.
If Mark Sweeney's hitting this situation here, what are you looking for first pitch?
You know, you got to look fastball and then adjust. Look for something elevated. And Amarista has to look that left center area so he's on both pitches that are elevated.
Green, another ball to Walker. So 3 times up, 3 times he's found the second baseman, and the Padres continue to strand runners. 8 left on base.
The Pirates 2-1 in the 6th inning, and it's not very often, especially as football season ramps up, that you get a writer in the house. Peter King with Sports Illustrated in town to check out the Chargers and the Cowboys and also the Padres. What do you like about going to a baseball game?
This is one of the great ballparks, really. I love it because it just really, it's very fan friendly, and it's downtown. I love downtown ballparks. I've been to them all. This is easily in the top 5 in the major leagues.
With football season so close now and NFL training camps wrapping up, how do you find time to enjoy a baseball game when all of this is going on?
You know, I really shouldn't be finding time to do this. In fact, my bosses would probably be ticked off, and I hope they're all in bed in New York and they don't see this. But, no, I mean, look, I love baseball. I've always loved baseball. I love going to both major and minor league games. On this training camp trip, I've been in Auburn, New York, seeing the Auburn Double Days. And I just love baseball because, to me, it's so Americana. And it's something that if I'm going to have about 3 or 4 hours every third or fourth day to relax and enjoy myself, this is where I want to be.
And then what do you think about the Chargers? Because we have a lot of Chargers fans who want to know your thoughts. As we nearly get hit here by foul ball.
We should have had that ball. Come on.
It's my fault, really. But, yeah, what are your thoughts on the Chargers?
Well, you know, the number one, I mean, I think that they're going to have the opportunity this year to have Antonio Gates really be healthy. And, you know, I mean, I don't think Antonio Gates has been healthy for the majority of seasons in his career. And I think he's going to be really good. But I think the one thing that bothers me about this team right now is how injured the receivers are. Eddie Royal, he needs to be in camp. He needs to be playing for these guys now, learning this new offense. So, to me, I like the Chargers, but I'd like them a lot more if their receivers were healthy.
Appreciate it, Peter King, and I know you're a big Dick Enberg fan, so he appreciates that as well. Thanks so much.
Enberg's the best.
And with that, Dick, we send it back to you. You got a big fan here in the house.
Put that in writing, Peter. Thank you, Peter King. It's nice to hear those kind words, and you know that he has indeed been to every major league ballpark, and he puts our Petco Park in the top 5. He has consummate good taste. Garrett Jones has walked and singled, and he hits this one high to right field. How deep is it? Venable going back, and it is gone. Jones has tied it up with his 20th home run of the year. Walker flirted with one himself deep to center, and Jones finds the seats in right, number 20, and it's tied at 2.
Well, Jason Marquis was ahead. That looked like a sinker that didn't sink. It stayed flat, outer third. An 0-1 pitch. Just didn't have a lot of action on it. Good extension by Jones.
Now Jones, part of that middle of the lineup we talked about. You have every man that comes there with home run power. 24 for McCutchen, Walker with 14, Jones now with 20, and the man at the plate now, Alvarez, has 23. So often you see that happen. The Padres a couple of times with the bases loaded have not been able to score, and one swing by the opposition, the game's tied. Two 2-0 to Alvarez with Barmas on deck. Be careful here. He's swinging if he likes this one. Marquis may be running out of fuel. That's his 83rd pitch. Marcy's pitching since that second inning when he was hit with a line drive on the wrist.
Yeah, and when you miss that much, 2-0 to go 3-0, that's a head scratcher, and time to go to the phone possibly.
Yep, 4 pitches and Alvarez walks.
Jason Marquis getting in touch with the middle infielders on a comebacker as Darren Balsley, the pitching coach for the Padres, will have a little chat.
Third walk by Marquis. Well, the discussion on the mound, Balsley and Marquis. What do you got for us, Mark?
Well, Fox Sports San Diego will be taking over the Padres ticket office. This limited time offer is only available on September 4th during the game. So get hooked up with an amazing deal just for watching the Padres right here on Fox Sports San Diego. Don't miss it. The ticket office takeover. TOT.
Padres will be on the road, but Fox Sports San Diego is going to try to help you get some good ticket prices for September. Here's Barmas. He's doubled and popped to short. That double was in the left field corner and almost scored the man who just hit the home run, Garrett Jones, but Jones was nailed at the plate on a solid relay from Quinton to Amarista to Grandal. 2-2 tie now in the top of the 6th. Line drive, base hit to center field. Pirates aren't missing any now. Long out, home run, walk, line single. Now runners at first and second with one out here in the sixth as they threaten to take the lead.
Yeah, once again, the sinker for Marquis has to be down and away. The more it is in the zone down, it's going to bite more. That one stayed up. A couple of right-handers, Nick Vincent and Brad Brock, heating up in the Padre pen.
Brock worked to one man last night, but it was a big one with 2 on and 2 outs. On a 3-2 pitch, he struck out Andrew McCutchen, and here comes Bud Black, and he's going to make a pitching change. So Marquis gets an out here in the 6th inning, but gives up the home run. And in trouble, 2 on with 1 out, and Bud Black will take the ball. Nick Vincent coming in from the bullpen, breaking the action with the score tied at 2. Posey with a line single over the shortstop's reach, and the Giants take an early 2-0 lead behind Tim Lincecum. Dodgers have scored in the 6th inning, and they have a couple on, and Lincecum has been knocked out of the game. 4-1 the score in Los Angeles. The Giants a half-game lead atop the NL West, and Washington continues to increase their lead over Atlanta with a 4-1 win behind Steven Strasburg tonight in the nation's capital. Appearance 9 for Nick Vincent.
And pilots and flight attendants' best friend, Nick Vincent. 4th time that he's been here in San Diego between Tucson. Nice little jaunt over from Arizona. And the short time, not bad numbers. 229 opponent batting average for Nick.
That's fine. Palomar Junior College, Cal State Long Beach. Makes his home in Ramona. Was born in Poway.
Jason Marquis just didn't have the feel for that sinker as the game went on. Just kind of rolled up there. Didn't really have much bite to it.
Rod Barajas up there with 2 on, 1 out. Pirates have tied it at 2, and Barajas takes a strike. He has struck out and walked facing Marquis.
Good double play guy right here.
Ground ball, foul. Low line drive into that left field corner. Almost needs a name, doesn't it? Souvenir City.
There you go.
Someone on our social media Tuesday said, "What flavor is the blue cotton candy?"
I'll tell you what it is.
What flavor is the pink cotton candy?
Some kind of NAS.
Sugar.
That's what it is. Enjoy.
Uh-oh. Deep drive into the left field corner, and that ball is fair. 1 run scores, and holding at third base is Alvarez. The Pirates fans finally have a chance to cheer. They lead for the first time in the series as Barajas greets Vincent with an RBI double.
He went away and then he tried to go inside, but he just didn't get it in enough. You got to get it in there, bury it in there. So Barajas cannot get extended. Well, he got extended all right.
So second and third on the double, and a 3-2 Pirates lead. They've scored twice here on a home run, walk, single, double. Still only one out, and runners at second and third.
Yeah, you don't want the wheels to come off here. Keep it at 3 runs. Keep it a run lead for the Pirates. Now Bud Black will bring the infield in.
Infield in. Burnett has bounced to the mound and struck out trying to bunt. A couple more swings like that, it'd be just fine with Nick Vincent.
Yes. Not a good hack. I've seen better cuts under Band-Aids. I'm sure A.J. Burnett has heard that before.
When's the first time you heard that?
Oh gosh, back in like Little League from an old crusty coach.
One and one.
Seen better swings on a playground.
Yeah. You can hear that being chirped by some youngsters.
And believe me, I heard it all the time because I was terrible at the plate. So.
But as long as you're swinging, you're dangerous. A little better cut that time. 1 and 2. These games have taken a familiar pattern. The 2 games, Padres scoring 2 in the first, 1 in the second. Last night, no more, and hung on for a 3-1 lead. They scored 2 in the first inning. Many chances since. Almost stepped into that 90-mile-an-hour fastball. 2 and 2. But lost opportunity after wasted chances by the Padres, keeping the Pirates close, and now they've jumped into the lead and have chance for more. He went around, strike 3. Now that's 2 away. Vincent with his first strikeout, top of the order, and Jose Tapia.
Well, back by popular demand, it's Padres Beer Fest. It's coming up September 7th. You get a chance to enjoy a variety of beers from around San Diego County's most popular breweries. They've got some darn good ones, folks, so you can experience it right here at Petco Park. The Padres take on the D-backs September 7th. The party starts at 5. First pitch 7:05. Get your ducats. Padres.com or get on the horn. 795-5555. Area code 619.
Party at the Park, Friday night the 7th. Tapia lashes that one down the right field side foul. He's 1 for 3 tonight. Singleton scored an unearned run in the 3rd inning. Barmas at third base, still the responsibility of Marquis. Vincent trying to get out of this with the Pirates scoring only 2. 0-2 the count.
Good cut fastball from Nick Vincent. Keeping it away. Cotton candy.
Isn't there an age limit on cotton candy?
No.
Okay. I thought there was a thing. Nobody over,
No.
Outside. So a fan asking what the flavor is. It's like M&M's. You know, the red, the blue, the green. What's the flavor of the yellow?
Awesome.
No. The truth is they're all the same flavor. Just the color makes you think you're having a different experience. The same with cotton candy. It's just coloring that makes it more attractive. Like mixologists in your favorite tavern, you know, when they put a little white drink and they put some red in it, it sells more.
Right.
It's true. 1-2 now on Tapia. Just got a piece of that one. After a long out to deep center by Walker, the home run by Jones is 20th of the year to tie it. Alvarez walked. Barmas singled to center. Barajas knocked in the go-ahead run with a double. That's where we stand. Second and third, 2 outs, and the 1-2 pitch. Just missed the outside corner. That was very close to the pitch that got him an 0-2 advantage.
That looks like a good old-fashioned lemonade.
That almost looks like a lemon ball, tennis ball. Ball 4. Bases are loaded, and here's Travis Snyder, the left-handed hitter, who is 2 for 2 tonight and also hit by a pitch. Well, a 3-2 game. Pittsburgh leading here in the top of the 6th inning, but here's a serious spot. Pirates with a chance to break it open. Pirates trying to take advantage of some wildness in this inning. A couple of walks. Ground ball to first. That'll do the job. Alonso to the bag, and the inning's over. But the Bucks scored 2 on 3 hits. One of them a home run by Jones, and they lead by 1.
You living life like you should. You say you never had it so good.
Garrett Jones home run, and then they add on with Barajas double. And the Padres come up trailing for the first time in the game, 3-2. Here's the card of Cameron Maybin, who is 2 for 2 tonight, 8 for 11 in the last 3 games. And grounds that one to the right side. Another base hit. Well, Maybin just up there taking nice easy swings and finding the holes. 9 for the last 12. He's boosting that average up out of the low teens up into the mid-20s.
Well, the stars are aligned for Cameron Maybin, and as you mentioned, Dick, nice and easy. We talk about pitchers overthrowing. That's just a nice easy swing, letting the ball travel a little bit more and taking it the opposite way and beating the shift. They had him play the pull on the infield. Nicely done by Cameron.
Brings up Jesus Guzman to pinch hit for Nick Vincent. We've seen Guzzi for a while. Did a good job off the bench, the veteran hitter, good pinch hitter. Take strike 1. Guzman hitting .246 overall. The busiest of all the Padre pinch hitters, adds one more appearance than Mark Kotze. He's 9 for 34. A couple of home runs as a pinch hitter. Big hole right side. And again, Burnett has given up more stolen bases than any pitcher in the league, including a steal by Cabrera tonight. Check swing, and Guzman down 2 strikes on the count.
Yeah, good movement on that 2-seamer from Burnett.
So Jason Marquis goes 5 1/3, 3 runs, 2 of them earned, 7 hits, 3 walks and a hit batsman, and he struck out 5. Ground ball off the glove of Alvarez, and everyone's safe. Sharp one hopper. We'll see how they score. So 2 on. Maben singles to start off the inning. Guzman off the bench. That's got to be a base hit. A tough chance for Alvarez. He did keep the ball out of the left field corner.
Yeah, he dove for it. Went to his knees.
Otherwise, that's a 2-base hit, and Venable standing on third, or maybe scoring the tying run. So here again, the Padres, as they have every inning. Burnett has not retired the side in order. 3 hits in the first, a single in the second, 2 more hits in the third. First and third, no one out, couldn't score. A single in the fourth, another hit, a double, lead-off double by Cabrera, by Venable in the 5th. And the bullpen, Chad Galls, the former Padre, getting loose. Cabrera, the leadoff hitter, the batter. Ruled to hit it. Guzman's. So first and second. Cabrera, a good bunter, and so in a 3-2 game, Pittsburgh leading. The Pirates infield looking for the sacrifice.
Yeah, bunt that down the third base line, draw in Alvarez, get him away from third base.
Good speed out there carrying the tying run, Cameron Maben. And the bunt, foul. Cabrera singled in the first inning, struck out and grounded out.
Well, with everybody crashing, he could have bunted that just to A.J. Burnett because Alvarez was way in towards home plate. There was absolutely nobody at third base. Barmas hanging around second.
Yeah, normally the third baseman that stayed near the cut of the grass. He's so far off third. It's going to be tough for the Pirates to make a play at third. There's the bunt, and it's a good one. Barajas can make a play, and the bases are loaded. Sacrifice for Cabrera, no time at bat, but an error charged to Barajas. Well, let's see. Maybe they're going to give him a hit. Now they flash out infield single. Not sure. Barajas makes the play. He can throw out Cabrera. He thought he could, but can't pick up the ball cleanly. Looked as if he had a chance to make the out. That's some home cooking in the scoring department, and Cabrera will gladly take a base hit. Bases loaded, no one out. And Will Venable, who is 3 for 3, the hitter, and apparently he's not going to get a chance to face A.J. Burnett for a foursome.
Oh, Ray Searage, the pitching coach, out there to have a quick chat.
Maybe since skipper Clint Hurdle didn't come out, Burnett's going to stay. Saying, can you throw me a strikeout and a double play here? Yeah, why not? Done it before. So in the inning, Maben started with a soft stroking single through the right side. Guzman a single off third baseman Alvarez's glove. And now the bunt single by Cabrera.
Oh, Will Venable has to realize that all the pressure is on A.J. Burnett. Nobody out, bases loaded. He's got to have him come to him there. Get a good pitch to rip at.
Infield hit to deep second and scored. A bunt single, a drag single in the third, and a double into the right field corner. 3 for 3 for Venable. Inside, ball 1. Venable homered off Burnett in the game at Pittsburgh. Ground ball, right side. Jones bobbles the ball. Everyone's safe, and the game is tied. Well, that's got to be an error on Jones, but an RBI for Venable to tie it up at 3. Still no one out, and the base is full of Padres.
Now, this is a very makeable play for Jones at first base. The left-handed first baseman on the hop. If he gloves that, he's going to second base for the force. I'm right there with you, Dick. I think that's a makeable play.
And it is ruled an error.
It's all about getting base runners now. Hit, error, doesn't matter. Will Venable is aboard, and the Padres have tied it up.
Guzman to third. Cabrera to second. Venable aboard at first. Credit him with his 36th RBI of the season. Now it's Headley. Single in 3 at-bats.
Well, he's got that curveball in the back of his mind. Remember, last time up in the 5th, that curveball towards the back foot. Headley swings and misses. He laid off that curveball.
Bases loaded this year, hitting .364. He's got a couple of career slams. Mr. August, a chance to blow it open here. Tied at 3, no one out. Padre over every pillow. He went for it. Curveball, 1-1. Well, some loose fielding by the Pirates here in the 6th inning to help the Padres to tie it. Checks his swing. Didn't go. 2-1 the count.
Well, I don't know how many times that A.J. Burnett has thrown a curveball for a called strike. I know it's tough to lay off. Does he go? Oh, I thought he went, but catches a break. And I know you don't think he went.
That was close.
That was very close.
How about this pitch? 2 balls and a strike. Bases loaded. No one out. He wants to throw a strike, and Headley's ready to pull the trigger, but doesn't. 2-2. Slipped the 92-mile-an-hour fastball right down the heart of the plate. Guzman, Cabrera, Venable aboard. A run home here in the bottom of the 6th inning to tie it at 3. Inside, and here we go again. Mr. Full Count. Chase Headley with Carlos Quentin on deck. Oh my, what a situation here for the Padres. Burnett, pressure on, has to throw a strike, but the Padres get a run and the lead. If he throws a good strike, Headley ready to rip. Strike 3 call. Curveball gets Headley for the first out.
Well, it all started with a curveball for a ball. Chase Headley had in the back of his mind. He's swinging it earlier. There's the swing and miss. So a bunch of curveballs right out of the gate. Curveball, 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 fastball taken. So the majority of these pitches he's banking on getting the curveball. He backdoors it, and you know what? That's a good call by Joe West right on the outside corner.
Absolutely. That's the strike.
Yep.
So 1 away. Base is still full. Up to Quentin. Doubled into the right field corner. Knocking in the first 2 runs in the first inning, but he's had opportunities since, but on each occasion popped up. First and third, no one out in the 3rd inning popped up. Had Venable at second base with 1 out and popped to second base in the 5th inning.
So in crunch time, Burnett going with the curveball with the bases loaded. Only 1 fastball.
Quentin with a career 4 grand slams. As our graphics department hopefully informs us. There it is. Strikeout. double play. Burnett did do the job. So bases loaded again. 1 run came in on an error, and then a strikeout. Headley double play. Quentin, and the game remains tied 5-4-3. The double play.
Pomeranz with you. A lot of guys contributing again. Will Venable having a hand in it, but also Cameron Maben, who is having himself quite the homestand. He's got 3 hits again tonight.
We always talk about consistency with Cameron Maben, and now it looks like he's trying to get the ball back in his stance, using the big part, and also getting some love in that swing. But that's the swing right there. He hasn't done that a lot. He's starting to get that consistency. It'd be nice to see Cameron stay hot.
A lot of hits spread around through a lot of guys as we're nodded here at 3 Guys. When we see in the post-game show, we're going to break down everything that happened, of course. Today, we're also going to take you around the league for some highlights, and we're going to tell you about an umpire. This is a fantastic story down in Arizona who got a save. And I mean saving a person's life, far bigger than baseball. A dose of perspective when we see it today on the post-game show, along, of course, with the post-game press conference from the manager, Buddy Black. We'll see you guys in a few minutes.
All right, Mike and Mark, as the Padres and the Pirates struggle along 3-all. What a great opportunity in the last inning. A run home, bases loaded, no one out, and some terrific pitching by the veteran A.J. Burnett. Got the strikeout double play. Now to Andrew McCutchen, who has torn up the league, but the Padres have done a good job pitching to him this year. He's 3 for 21, including an 0 for 3 tonight. Lined out sharply to right the last time. And Brad Brock, the new pitcher for the Padres, 0-2 the count. Brock came in last night in a 3-1 game with the tying run on, 2 on, and struck out McCutchen on a 3-2 pitch to end the inning. That was the only man he faced.
Hey, that's crunch time. That's Brad Brock learning as a big leaguer and coming through. That's just going to help his confidence big time.
Struck him out, and a changeup by Brock. Doesn't use that pitch that often.
That's going to help him so much along the way. Look at the arm action from the big right-hander, and also locating that changeup away. McCutchen cannot stay back, right over the top of it for the big strikeout.
Brings up cleanup hitter Neil Walker. Struck out and flied out twice to deep center the last time. So Nick Vincent goes 2/3 of an inning. No runs, 1 hit. A walk and a strikeout. Padres have left 10 men on base through 6 innings. And they're 3 for 15 runners in scoring position. And that'll make a manager mumble to himself. Sharply hit, fair ball. Walker on his way to second. Venable gets the ball in. And on Walker's first hit of the game, a two-bagger. The Pirates have the go-ahead run in scoring position. Perfectly directed just over the bag at first base.
That's one of those dicey pitches as a righty into the lefty. We talked about the curveball. If it catches too much of the plate, it can spell trouble down that right field line.
Brings up Garrett Jones, who's a perfect 2 for 2 tonight. A walk, a single, and his 20th home run the last time up. Well, we were talking about runners in scoring position. The Pirates have had trouble getting the man home as well. They're 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position tonight. Jones with Pedro Alvarez on deck. Good pitch. 1-1. $21,882 the attendance announced for tonight. Lifted to left. Hurrying is Quinton. 2 away. Brings up Pedro Alvarez, and a reminder to subscribe to MLB.tv and take advantage of new low pricing and see every remaining August-September game Padres out of market live online and on your favorite devices, all in HD quality. Visit Padres.com to order. Get more details. MLB.tv. Baseball everywhere. They're going to walk Alvarez. So they put him on, and they'll take their chances on the right-handed hitting Clint Barmas.
And once again, Brad Brock finds himself in a situation, score tied, multiple base runners. He's learning quickly on the job, is he not? That's good. That's good, though.
I wanted to point out again, Peter King loving our ballpark, and a little love to our fans as well. You know, last night there were 20,401 here. Just looking at the other attendance, Atlanta at Washington last night. You know, the 2 top teams in the East.
Sure.
Drew less than 1,000 more than we did.
Wow.
On a Monday night here at Petco. In fact, the crowd tonight, 21,882, is bigger than the crowd that watched the game in the nation's capital with Atlanta and the Nationals going. Having a good time, don't we all here at the Ball Yard? And of course, writers, if you were to poll the top sports writers in the country and say you could only cover one sport as a writer, baseball would win hands down. It's a great reporter's game. There's so much to write about, so much to digest.
It's like Darren Balsey kind of breaking it up a little bit there on the mound, left with a little smile.
Walker at second. Alvarez at first base for Barmas, who has doubled and singled 2 for 3 tonight, facing Marquis. In fact, his single was the final man that Marquis faced. He's off the hook now in this tie game. First pitch strike, 91 on the fastball.
Brad Brock has done such a great job of locating this fastball.
This is his game. Swing and a miss. A little more on that fastball. Geared it up to 92. Now 2 fastball strikes. The automatic today is almost the slider low and away.
Yeah. Hey, if you can get out there off the plate a little bit, you have to learn how to throw bad pitches as well off the plate.
Here's the target. But he goes back to the fastball.
And it leaked right down the middle of the plate as well.
But it was at 93, and Barmas couldn't catch up.
I think that changeup's really going to help Brad Brock as well. He's thrown it already. He struck out Andrew McCutchen on it.
2 on, 2 out in the Pittsburgh 7th. A tie game at 3 here at Petco. Struck him out. Brad Brock gives up a double and a walk intentionally. Strikes out Barmas and struck out McCutchen. Stretch half of the 7th. Stand and sing at Petco.
rivalry between the Padres and the Pirates, and it is Social Media Tuesday, and we are continuing to use Game Connect here on Fox Sports San Diego. Got it dialed up on my iPad, and it correctly tells me Yasmani Grandal is on deck, but we want to see some more tweets from the Padres fans here on Game Connect. There is a window where you can do that. Use the hashtag Padres, and don't forget, you can connect with us using the hashtag FSBooth. It is in your lower right-hand corner on the Fox Sports San Diego website, but a lot of action so far. Let's send it back upstairs to Dick and Mark.
All right, Layla, it's Yasmani Grandal to start the 7th inning with Alonso and Amarista to follow. Last of the 7th. And A.J. Burnett still out there. This is his 93rd pitch. He's come up with some big pitches, and the Padres with at least a hit in every inning. 3-1, 2-1, 1-3. Able to score only 3 times. A 2-run double in the first inning off the bat of Carlos Quinton, and the other run scored with no one out, bases loaded on the ground ball Venable, and he was safe on the air to leave the bases loaded, no one out, but Headley struck out and Quinton grounded into the double play to end the inning. That was in the 6th. On the inside corner, and caught looking is Grandal. He struck out for the 2nd time. Interesting line on him: strikeout, walk, strikeout. 7 for Burnett.
Good movement on the 2-seam fastball, straightening up Grandal and then getting the inside corner for the strikeout.
Well, at 35, Burnett showing you why he's been a highly successful pitcher in his long career. Had an off season for him last year with the Yankees. He was 11-11 with an ERA of 5.15. But he certainly found a pitching home in Pittsburgh. 15-4 is win-loss record. Off-speed curveball. Alonso has struck out, grounded into a double play, and walked. A couple of key ground ball double plays have bailed Burnett out of trouble. Bases were loaded in the 3rd when Alonso wrapped into a 4-6-3 double play, and then in the 6th inning, bases loaded, Quinton into the around the horn double play. Three and 1. Padres would like to get the lead here going into the late innings, because the bullpen for Pittsburgh, one of the strengths of this Pirate team. They're number 2 in the National League ERA, their bullpen. And inside, Alonso has walked for the 2nd time, so the tiebreakers aboard with 1 out in the 7th. As we look at the way this game is developed, with 2 on in the 1st inning, Carlos Quinton wraps one into the right field corner to score Venable and Headley. And the high throw by Amarista results in an unearned run for the Pirates to make it 2-1. Then Garrett Jones tied it at 2 with his 20th home run off Jason Marquis. And then Barajas ripped a double into the left field corner to give the Pirates a 3-2 lead, and Venable's ground ball bobbled by the first baseman Jones with the bases loaded to tie it at 3-all. That's where we stand. Amarista the hitter and takes ball 1. He's grounded to 2nd and grounded to 2nd, and then he grounded to 2nd. Four walks now from Burnett, who's at the 100 pitch mark. Rubber armed, he can go 120 probably. Slap to left field. That's going to fall into the corner. Cutting it off is Tabata. On his way to 3rd is Alonso. Into 2nd is Amarista. And the Padres threaten here in the 7th. A double Amarista.
Well, that'll make him forget about the 3 ground balls to 2nd base. First 3 times up. Going with an A.J. Burnett pitch. You know, it was actually a curveball in the inner part of the plate. Getting his hands through first, inside outing that breaking ball and sending it down the other way. Now that's good hitting right there by Amarista.
2nd and 3rd, with 1 out, and Cameron Maben, who is a perfect 3 for 3 tonight. and a sensational run of 9 for 12 in the last 3 games. That's raised his average. 2 games ago he was hitting .211. He's now batting .228. He's raised his average 17 points in 3 games.
And chasing the one. Tweeting in that Maben is hot lately. Yeah, he got that right. He needs a big time hot hit right here.
Pirates are going to bring the infield in. Hit infield tied hitter's delight for Maben, who's just almost let the ball do the work. Get the bat in the way of the ball and find an opening.
He's trying a little easier. Huh?
Yeah. No, he really hasn't taken that home run swing once tonight. Let's see if he maintains that kind of rhythm. Fouled at the plate. Good news for the Padres. With 1 out, they have a man at third to break this 3-3 tie. Kotze apparently will be the pinch hitter. The bad news for the Padres is their slowest runner is at third base, Alonso.
I'm guessing breaking ball here. Crunch time. 2 runners in scoring position. Like I said, fastball down and in.
Nice easy swing, but couldn't find it. 2 strikes now on Maben.
Well, this is also a case, Dick, where the pitcher, A.J. Burnett, not trying to overthrow as well. He realizes the situation. 1 hit scores 2. So rather than trying to squeeze that baseball and overthrow it, he's trying a little easier and get tremendous movement on that last 2-seam fastball.
In the dirt and blocked by Barajas. Did not go, says first base umpire Holbrook. Ooh, yeah, he held back.
Yep.
Alvarez at third, Barmes at short, Walker at second, Jones at first, right in on the edge of the grass. Two and two. Timmy Jones, 56, bullpen coach with his assistant. Mr. H. Hatcher.
Yep, Justin Hatcher talking some ball out there.
All right, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Second and third, 1 out, 3-3 tie. Good patience. He's tried to get Maben with 2 strikes on him to chase 3 pitches, low and away, and wouldn't bite. First base is open. Kotze with the pitcher due next on deck. Foul. That was a good pitch. 3-2, right knee high in the inside corner. Is that spike curve again?
Yes, it was. He's shown tremendous confidence in that pitch tonight. Long discussion between Barajas and Burnett.
Yeah. Did you read that 3rd chapter of War and Peace? Let me tell you about it. Cool customer, though, that Burnett. In trouble almost every inning tonight, and yet the Padres have just 3 runs. 12 hits. Second and third occupied. 3-2 the count. And another foul. I'm going to quickly duck this in because it's a carryover from last night. Remember, we had a couple of questions hanging out there. The Red Skelton,
right?
The clown was Freddie the Freeloader.
Ah, there you go.
And he used the clown because his dad was a clown, and it was the same costume, the makeup that his dad used, Red Skelton, for that character. And Phyllis Diller's husband, Fang.
Yeah.
Fang. I'll sleep better tonight. 3-2. Maben again. Lifted high off first. That'll make it into the crowd. Quite a battle here.
That fastball from Burnett looked like it had a little more straightness to it. Wasn't the two seam, it was the four seam trying to sneak it by Maben.
9th pitch coming up in this duel between Burnett and Maben. And this is what the game's all about. Everyone else is complimentary out there, but it's really this man trying to throw something that manager's man can't hit, or vice versa. 10th pitch. And Maben wins the battle. Bases are loaded again. 5 walks from Burnett. And that brings up the veteran Mark Kotsay. Clint Hurdle patiently staying with A.J. Burnett.
Well, A.J. Burnett has thrown as many as 108 pitches this year. That's the most that he has thrown.
Well, he figures that Burnett in the last inning with the bases loaded, no one out, got a strikeout double play, but apparently Hurdle has finally decided enough. Burnett's given him a hard night's work here, and it's still tied at 3 with the bases loaded, 1 out, and the call to the bullpen, and Tony Watson will come in to relieve Burnett. Well, Burnett will not win his 16th game of the year. Can the Padres beat the Bucks?
And it is Social Media Tuesday. We got a comment via Fox Sports Game Connect. Thank you for bringing it up, Heath. It is to you, Dick Enberg, asking about Andrew Kashner and if he is available and an approximate time when he'll be back up. Said he was enjoying the broadcast as well. So, Dick, what's the good word?
Well, the good word is Andrew Kashner is going to work a rehab assignment tomorrow. Oh, he actually went tonight. All right, they moved him up to tonight, and there are the results. 2 innings, 2 hits, no runs, and he struck out 2, 30 pitches, 21 strikes. Good news. Thanks for the question. Let's hope Kashner will indeed be with us in September. All right, here it is. Tony Watson is the left-handed pitcher. Denorfia then bats for the pinch hitter Kotsay. Bases loaded, and the fly ball to center field. That should be deep enough. McCutchen, though, gets a running start, and here comes Alonso. The throw to the plate, not in time. The runner goes to third, and he's out. No, safe. Safe is the call. Amarista, the ball had beaten him, but comes out of there with a safe call. I think they're going to challenge that Alonso left too soon. Alonso got a very quick break off third base, and I think they're going to appeal that he left too soon.
Well, is time still in, or did somebody call time? Because he'll have to go to the stretch position, set.
Clint Hurdle. From
Well,
his, there it is.
Just go, yeah.
There's the appeal. Safe is the call. Whoa, that was close. I don't know if we have a camera angle that would show both the runner and the outfielder, but and there it is. Oh, we do.
Yeah,
no, he did. No, that was good.
Yeah.
He just got a terrific. It's like a sprinter out of the blocks. He beat the gun, or hit the gun. And the Padres lead 4-3 on the sacrifice fly by Denorfia. Comes off the bench, swings at the first pitch, and gives the Padres a 4-3 lead. Amarista somehow managed to get to third as Alonso scored. Amarista then at third. Maben at first. Cabrera batting right-handed for the first time. Maben trying to steal, but the ball fouled back.
Oh yeah, he slid towards the outside part of the bag. And you think that Rob Drake could have been any closer to the play? He got the call right. The whiff. And he slides in safely.
But even seeing that, I'm not convinced. But Amarista called safe, and Drake had his nose right on the play. First and third. One strike to count to Cabrera, who has a couple of hits tonight. There goes Maben, and the delayed throw, hoping that Amarista might come in and they'd be able to fire back. Meanwhile, Maben has his 22nd steal to match Cabrera as they battle through the season to see who's going to lead in that department, both with 22. And Walker was hoping that Amarista might try to break for the plate. He had no intent of trying to tag Maben. He was cutting in toward the mound to shorten his throw. So Cabrera, the score 4-3, a chance pick up a couple of more with a base hit. Weak wave and a miss, and the inning is over. Well, the Padres finally squeezed a run out of a bases loaded situation on the sacrifice fly by Denorfia. It's 4-3 after 7. Where the healthy pets go. And by Chevy. Stop in to your San Diego County Chevy dealer now to take advantage of our total confidence pricing, where the price you see is the price you pay. Tax, title, license, and dealer fees extra. Back at Petco Park in a 4-3 ball game. This one is closer than an orthodontist's teeth. Padres with 12 hits and 5 walks, 17 base runners. And they've edged in front 4-3 and call upon cool hand Luke. Gregerson comes in, will face the catcher Barajas, then the pitcher's spot. Michael McHenry is on deck with the bat.
Yeah, I guess you can look at this ball game with the runners left on base and the opportunities that each of these pitchers who've been on that hill have been making one good pitch to get out of that inning.
You mentioned all the base runners for the Padres. The Pirates have 9 hits and 5 walks and a hit batsman, so they've had 15 runners as well. And the home run from Garrett Jones, the only home run tonight. Barajas ripped a double and knocked in a run in the 6th inning. That gave the Pirates the lead at the time, 3-2. Hits this one high in the air. Deep behind second is Amarista. And we may look back on a play very early in the game in the 4th inning when Barmes doubled. Jones was at first base and 2 outs, and the Padres executed the relay perfectly from Quinton to Amarista to Grandal at the plate to nail Jones. Here it is. Look at Amarista's throw right on the tag.
Grandal didn't even have to move. Spiked himself right in front of home plate. You're not getting by me. He hung on to the onion for the out.
Jamaico Navarro is going to be the pinch hitter and not McHenry. He's looking for his first pinch hit, Navarro. He's 0 for 11. And looks at that slider. That looks like a good pitch. 1 out in the 8th. Foul back. Got away with a hanger. Meanwhile, in the American League, a triple play. The Twins and the A's turn it on 5, 4, 3. Triple play.
Perfectly placed, huh?
Yeah, that was like
around the horn.
Hitting infield practice.
Yeah.
1 ball, 1 strike to Navarro. He can't find the slider. 1 and 2. Been up just 49 times all year. 8 hits. One of those a home run. Luke worked his 8th inning last night, allowed a walk and a hit. Didn't appear to have his best stuff, but found a way to get out of the inning. Check on how that slider's breaking tonight. It's probably going to be one. And it's nub foul. Yep. Jose Tapita, leadoff man, is on deck here in the Pirates' 8th inning. Approaching the 3-hour mark in this game. 21,882 on hand at Petco. Looks like Grandal was trying to get Luke to shake off signs and just to give the hitter something to think about there, and finally Luke backs off. Two and 2.
Looked like Gregerson and Grandal were going back to the dugout after that. I don't know whether they thought that he swung at it or thought it was on the corner. It was definitely off the plate for a ball. That was one of the harder sliders from Gregerson.
It was, yeah, a little more velocity on it. 2 balls, 2 strikes to the pinch hitter. Swing and a miss. Swung right out of his shoes. 2 away.
A hanging slider.
Ooh.
And Navarro nearly falls to the ground, getting tangled up.
Those work too sometimes.
Yep.
You can't lay off. Probably was a ball, but when you see it up there,
oh yeah,
you got to go for it. So 2 outs to the leadoff man, Tabata. A walk and a single. He scored an unearned run back in the 3rd, the first Pirate run. He's hit safely 7 straight games. On the corner, fastball. That's such a good, if you can throw that fastball there, spot it there, then you start your slider there, and it looks like it's going to be another fastball strike, and it's out of the zone like that. But
exactly,
it dips low, 1-1.
That's a great point, because that's a tough pitch to lay off.
Well, the Giants have improved their lead in the West. They've beaten the Dodgers 4-1. Lincecum over Blanton. They'll go for a sweep tomorrow. Swing and a miss. 1-2. He seems much sharper than last night. That slider.
He's got that release point down perfectly.
So the Giants win. Check on Arizona. They're tied in extra innings. Popped up. Should be playable. Alonso drifts into foul territory. And Luke Gregerson works a solid 1-2-3 8th inning. First time the Pirates have been retired in order tonight. The 8th inning faced their former teammate Chad Qualls. Qualls started the season with the Yankees and was traded to Pittsburgh at the deadline for Casey McGee, the 3rd baseman, allowing opposing hitters a .301 batting average, combining his record both in New York and with Pittsburgh, and his overall ERA 5.11.
It still throws the heavy sinker, 95, hard slider, and that split finger fastball. 3-pitch pitcher Chad Qualls.
Will Venable will lead it off with Headley and Quentin to follow. Venable with 2 singles and a double, and knocked in a run with a ground ball that was bobbled by the first baseman. So 3 for 4 tonight for Venable as he faces a former teammate Qualls. Venable's ground out where the base is loaded and no one out. Brought in the tie-breaking run in the last inning. Check that in the 6th inning. That tied the game, and then The Padres took the lead in the 7th inning on the sacrifice fly by pinch hitter Denorfia. Venable calls time. He's got something in that right eye. Don't rub the hit out of there the way he's swinging the bat. 2-0. So tomorrow, Padres live here on Fox Sports San Diego at 2:30. Final game of the series at 3:35. James McDonald for the Pirates. And Andrew Werner called up from Tucson. High drive to right field. That ball is tagged well. It's deep and it's off the wall. Venable into second base with his 4th hit tonight. Another double for Venable. Wow, is he hot. Venable with 9 hits in the last 13 at bats.
Well, Qualls falling behind, and he has to go after Venable to have him earn his way on. He left the fastball up, middle part of the plate. And once again, leadoff double, nobody out. Chance for the Padres to add on.
Off the base of the auxiliary scoreboard in right field. That brings up Headley. Headley is 1 for 4 tonight, scored a run, and has struck out twice. Smothers that, and you'll see a lot of balls like that thrown by Jad Qualls. And the vote is in. Our Carl's Jr. star of the game, number 25, Will Venable. 2 singles, 2 doubles. He's knocked in a run, scored a run, and in position to add here in the bottom of the 8th inning. That's a big run out there for San Diego. Mark the Picasso Grant adding the
Thank
star.
you.
Pull to the right side. That'll get Venable over to third. Put out 3-1. 1 out. The Padres can add on and out. Quinton the hitter. And here it is tomorrow. The Pirates and the Padres of San Diego trying to make it 17-3 in the last 20 against the Pittsburghers. And James McDonald, hard throwing right-hander, 11-5 goes for the Bucks. And we'll get our first look in his major league debut, starting left-hander Andrew Werner, 25-year-old. Makes his home in Indianapolis. Ran into him as he was arriving here in San Diego. And first thing he said, Brian Perlman, the clubhouse man, lost my bags. He said, don't worry, we'll take care of that. But he's here, and he'll be making his major league debut tomorrow.
Yeah, signed as a pro only a year ago, 2011. So fast track to the big leagues.
Quinton, a big opportunity here for the Padres. Carlos has knocked in 2 of the double. He's popped up twice, and last time with the bases loaded, wrapped into a 5-4-3 double play. Trying to get Will Venable home from third, 90 feet away, to make this a 2-run game. That'll get the job done. Fly ball to left that sends Tabata back. Makes the catch at the edge of the track. Venable tags, and it's 5-3 San Diego. 3rd RBI tonight for Carlos Quinton.
Looked like he went down and got a breaky ball. It wasn't the best swing, but it was hit deep, and a big, strong Carlos Quinton. It looked like it was kind of all upper body. Down, yeah, just flick of the wrists. Look at how far this ball goes.
Yes, it curled into the corner where the distance becomes shorter. Fans thought, well, that may have a chance. Venable able to strike home plate. 5-3 the score. Grandal takes that sinker low. Sinker again, 2-0. Grandal, strikeout, walk, strikeout tonight, 0 for 2. Yeah, Qualls throws a lot of worm killers.
Yes, he does. A lot of infield choppers. You know, you get a sinker ball pitcher like that, you really don't get a lot of. You'll get some hard hit balls right at the infielders, but a lot of choppers for infield singles.
By the way, just adding on to Will Venable, it's the second time he's had a 4-hit game this year, 6 total in his career. And 3-1 the count now to Grandal. To the mound. Easy play for Qualls. The inning's over, but Venable's double and the sacrifice fly Carlos Quentin, and the Padres lead 5-3 going to the top of the ninth. Yeah, unity, and that's what that bullpen is as Dale Thayer comes in, and manager Bud Black hoping he can have his favorite sandwich again tonight. Brock Luke Thayer, the BLT. That worked last night. And Thayer, a perfect 7 for 7 in save opportunities, just as Houston Street on the disabled list. He too perfect. And Street making good on all 21 of his save opportunities. So for the Padres as a team, 28 for 28, Thayer and Street. He faces the tough end of the order. Snyder takes ball 1. Snyder, then McCutchen and Walker. Anyone gets on, the home run hitting Garrett Jones would bat 4th. 2 singles for Snyder, hit by a pitch and grounded out the last time. 1 ball, 1 strike. Now the oldest man in the bullpen, although Luke Gregerson is the dean, they are just a rookie along with the other 5 men that accompany Thayer, with the mother hen being Luke Gregerson. And by the way, Gregerson tonight going a scoreless inning, 1-2-3 in the 8th inning. That's 20 straight games for Gregerson without giving up a run.
That's a cool hand right there.
20 strikeouts in 19 2/3 innings, no runs, only a handful of hits. 1-2. Lined and caught. Amarista. Little big man with some hops. Now Duncan. That one aimed for right field. A shot by Snyder. Oh, did he get up there?
Timed perfectly. He's got springs in his shoes, and Luke Gregerson likes it.
He's made a couple of terrific plays again tonight, just as he did Sunday.
That was awesome.
McCutchen Safe on a couple of fielders' choice groundouts, line to right, and struck out the last time. 0 for 4. As we said earlier, he's been tearing apart the rest of the league, but the Padres have found a way to get him out.
Well, that's a huge out too, because then you got the runner on first base. You bring the tying run up to the plate, and McCutchen
with the Walker and Jones home run hitters behind him. One ball, one strike on McCutchen. Good pitch, the slider. Froze McCutchen, and it's 2-2. Native of Huntington Beach, went to high school there, attended Santa Ana Junior College, Chico State. Thayer. That ball driven to left center field. That's a solid single. McCutchen. So the tying run will come to the plate here in the 9th inning. Couple of line drives have greeted Thayer. Snyder's captured by the leaping Amarista, but no one getting to that bullet off the bat of McCutchen.
Only the second hit of the series for Andrew McCutchen. The Padres pitching staff has been doing a fine job keeping him in the yard, keeping him at first base. Keep that double play in order.
Neil Walker doubled his last time up, 1 for 4. He's also sent a long out to deep center field tonight, caught by Maben.
Neil Walker has grounded into 10 double plays this year. He's second in that category to Gabby Sanchez.
Swing and a miss. High fastball. Andrew Jones, or Garrett Jones rather, with a home run and a single on deck. Thayer's got to work his way through the muscle in this lineup. Jason Grilly warming up optimistically as the Pirates and their fans hope that he'll have a chance to pitch. That would mean they've at least tied it. 1 ball, 1 strike. Walker out of play.
Looks like he's keeping the ball away, giving Neil Walker left field. And with that said, Cameron Maben on the third base side of second base. Carlos Quentin in left field, shading the left field line. Thank you very much. This way. And on the side of second base. Give him left field.
Kept the ball away all 3 pitches.
Again.
That was a beautifully spotted fastball right on the corner at the knees.
Joe West looks like an Easter egg hunt there behind home plate. He had 3 baseballs he had to go pick up. He's getting a workout behind home plate.
He might warble to that tune, huh? Easter egg hunt with 3 baseballs at home plate.
He could probably write a song about that. You're right.
Line drive pulled into the right field corner.
That's the pitch you got to be careful of. You don't want to leave anything soft middle in to the left-handed hitter, something he can yank out of the ballpark.
That's great. The little youngster there, he's all protected with his helmet. We didn't see him. The ball was given to Mom apparently. Where'd that come from? This is a good place, he says. 1-2. Oh my, that 2-seamer looked pretty good, Joe.
2-seamer trying to bring it back in. Grandal frames it.
That's on the corner.
Yeah, according to Fox Tracks, right there. See that? Right there.
Pitcher's pitch, but 2-2 the count. That one belted foul down the left field line. Some good hacks by this cleanup hitter, Neil Walker. He's got a good short stroke. One out single by McCutcheon, adding anxiety to the 5-3 lead. Kevin Correa pitched last night, started last night, product of Point Loma, San Diego Grossmont High School on the right. Line foul. Oh, that one almost took first base umpire Sam Holbrook's left leg with it. Nice dance there, Mr. Umpire. Right through the wickets.
Did that get a piece of his? Looked like it might have gotten a piece of that pant leg a little bit.
Walker having some good cuts. 2-2 the count.
Keep the ball away from him.
Another foul. What a battle. Z-Man gets the ball.
Nice going, Zach.
This young lad doesn't want it. Young fan there saying thank you. All right. 5-3 Padres. Tying run. Walker at the plate. 2-2 the count. Ground ball to first. Alonso has one there, and that's all they'll get. Actually, a fairly dangerous play by Alonso. You're better off getting the sure out. But he's a very accurate thrower and a strong arm thrower indeed.
You can see him come to the baseball and start to turn to get himself in a good throwing position, getting the lead runner.
If that runner can't hurt you, and you flirt with the fact you could throw into the back of the runner or throw it wildly. Nevertheless, play done accurately, and there's 2 outs, and they're down to Garrett Jones, who has walked, singled to right, homered to right, and flied to left. His home run is 20th of the season into the right field bleachers in the 6th inning. (5-3) Padres trying to run their record against the Pirates to 17-3 in the last 20 meetings and 4-1 this year. (2-0) in the 6th inning against Jason Marquis. Over the auxiliary scoreboard and right for his 20th home run. High fly ball deep to center. Maben going back, and it's gone. Tied up 5-all. Oh my. Number 21 for Jones. He makes the grand tour with 2 outs in the 9th. He's tied it up for the Pirates.
Well, he fell behind 2-0. Wanted the fastball down and away. Jones hitting that ball exactly where it was pitched.
Well, that's a rare blown save by Padre pitching. Down to the final out with a 2-run lead, and now we start anew at 5-all. Jones, number 20 and 21. The 2 saves blown by Thayer earlier were not 9th inning saves trying to close the deal. They were earlier in the game. So games that have gotten to this stage, the Padres have gone on to close out the deal, but not tonight. And Alvarez is up there, another home run threat. He has 23. 1-2 the count, and that's strike 3. Thayer got the call on that one, but we go to the bottom of the 9th inning. After the single by McCutcheon, with 2 outs, Jones rips it high and deep to center to tie it at 5. It started with a 2-run double in the first inning off the bat of Carlos Quentin. The Pirates got a run back on an unearned run. The throw by Amarista on a double play ball made it 2-1. Walker's first home run of the game into the right field bleachers tied it at 2. And then a double by catcher Barajas in the same inning. The 6th gave the Bucks a 3-2 lead. But the Padres came back, bases loaded ground ball, and that scored the tying run, 3-all. DeNorfia the pinch hitter, a sacrifice fly. It's 4-3 Padres, and they add a 5th run in the 8th inning on a double by Will Venable. And a sacrifice fly, only to have Garrett Jones hit his second home run of the game and tie it. A 2-run blast in the top of this 9th inning. Yonder Alonso will lead off bottom of the 9th against Jason Grilli. Grilli, his numbers: 50th appearance of the season, 1-4 record, good ERA, big time 179 batting average against.
Yeah, he's had a nice little career. 35-year-old, 2-pitch pitcher, fastball, slider.
Alonso, high fly ball hit well to left center, but that's going to stay in the yard. McCutchen, one away. So Alonso 0 for 3 tonight with a couple of walks. Amarista 1 for 4, doubled the last time. Dale Thayer has done a terrific job, but touched up with a single. McCutchen and a 2-run blast. Garrett Jones to tie the game in the 9th. In case you're wondering, Pirates have been perfect in extra innings. They're 4-0, including that 19-inning win on Sunday in St. Louis.
Well, Alvarez hugging the line and in. Don't see too many third basemen playing that close. If he's swinging, he wants to take away the extra base hit. If he's bunting, get a head start.
2-0 the count. His double was 2 left field. Challenged him with a fastball right down the heart of the plate at 92. Miles Michaelis throwing in the bullpen for the Padres. Pitcher spot is 2 away. Someone gets on. That'll bring up Thayer's spot in the order. So close. The Padres to pulling off the victory tonight. Down to the final out. So makes this game special. You don't wait for the clock to run out and you win that way. You got to give them their chance. Well-traveled Grilli, 36 years of age, collegiate at Seton Hall in the East. 2-2. That one will slice back into the crowd down the left field side into the Souvenir City. Grilli came up first with the Florida Marlins back in 2000. Pitched for the White Sox, the Tigers, the Rockies, the Rangers. And Pittsburgh last year was 2-1 with a 2.48 ERA.
So he was a Pirate in college as well.
That's right.
Seton Hall.
Very good. And Amarista chases 2 away.
High school football is on Fox Sports San Diego. Watch as some of the nation's top teams compete on the big stage. Thursday, interstate rivals from Ohio go head-to-head under the lights when Akron Bucktail take on Massillon. Excuse me, I don't want to offend anybody. Went to Massillon. They will compete. It's the National Football Game of the Week right here on Fox Sports San Diego. High school football in full swing.
And it was just like the Texans and the Californians and the Ohioans, the Buckeye State. They play great football. Pennsylvania, you got to throw them in as well, and Florida. All right, Maben with 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th. He's a perfect 3 for 3 tonight with a walk, 3 singles. He's got the power to end the game. Although he's been swinging in a much more controlled fashion in this streak of 9 hits in the last 12 at bats. Toward third, by third, and into left field. Another hit for Maben. Oh my. 10 for 13 in the last 3 games for Cameron Maben. Stay hot. He's finding all the holes. Jammed a bit, but able to roll it through the 5.5.
You can see, remember we mentioned Alvarez hugging the line there.
And Maben, of course, a great base stealer, would like to get it going. Forsythe is going to pinch hit. We'll see whether or not they give the green light to Maben. One would think so. Basically, probably on his own. If he can find a spot, go. Of course, Burnett has given up a lot of stolen bases. We don't know about Grilly. Ball 1. That would have been a good pitch to go on, wouldn't it?
Well, the last bench player, John Baker, has not been used. Everybody else, scratch him off.
Forsythe as a pinch hitter is 1 for 5, but it was a big one, a home run. Looper over short, and it's going to fall for a hit. Maben's going to gamble. He's going to go to third, and he's in there. On to second is Forsythe. The winning run 90 feet away here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Forsythe off the bench to deliver a pinch single. Broken bat, but he'll take it.
Talk about fighting off a pitch. Really wanted it away. Snap goes the bat. And to tell you what, Cameron Maben, does he kind of deke him a little bit? Oh, he kind of stuttered step before he got to second base. But the throw way off. Hey, wild pitch, pass ball. Another broken bat single, ground ball to the center fielder would be quite nice right here.
So the 2-out singles by Maben and pinch hitter Logan Forsythe brings up Cabrera with a chance to win it. He has 2 hits tonight and 5 at bats, a couple of strikeouts and a ground out. Single to open the first inning to get the things going tonight. Checks a swing, ball 1 on the high fastball. 15 hits tonight for the Padres, 11 for the Pirates, tied at 5 thanks to Garrett Jones' 2 home runs. A 2-run, 2-out home run here in the top of the 9th, but the Padres now with a chance. Maben the winning run at third. Hit deep to right center field, a long run, and that ball is caught by McCutchen. What a play. The speed of Andrew McCutchen chases down a ball that normally goes for not only a winner, but a 2-base hit. And we go extra innings. McCutchen single, and that positioned the Pirates to tie the game on the home run, and now he takes the victory away with his speed and angles to the wall to make the catch on the run. Oh my. in overtime, 1-4 at home. Pirates are a perfect 4-0. And here's the game 7, along with this great offense. Look how far McCutcheon sprints to get to this one and save it for the Bucks.
I don't think he can hit the ball any harder. I think that's his best ball. Just hit it to the wrong part of the yard. Give it a good ride. Bonus baseball. Downtown, coming your way.
Yeah, McCutcheon, this Gold Glove talent out there in the center field. So, top of the 10th, and Miles Michaelis takes over for the Padres, the rookie with his 19th game appearance. And he faces Clint Barmas to lead off the 10th. "19 innings." That was on Sunday in St. Louis as the Pirates won that one on the home run by Alvarez.
Did you read that T-shirt? Jerry Meals is an umpire. 19 innings minus Jerry Meals equals, I guess, Pirates win.
What does that mean?
Maybe Jerry Meals had his hand in some type of decision, or I mean, to go through the effort of making up a T-shirt like that in such a short amount of time. It's some good work.
A ball, 2 strikes. Michaelis has an excellent curveball. Barnes just saw it. Now another 2-2. He's got good stuff. Doesn't always have complete command, and of course that will be key for him, as he's got the talent to be a top reliever. Out of play.
Okay, it just occurred to me because the guys in the truck told me. Remember that game in Pittsburgh last year, 19 innings, Braves, Buccos, play at the plate. Jerry Meals, they tagged him and they called
that
him.
wasn't for this last Sunday. It was from last year.
Mark Sweeney coming up with that little nugget.
Yeah, that was the phantom out at home. The runner never reached home plate and was called out by Meals. And that was the turning point for the Pirates. From that point on, they just went into a terrible tailspin. They were in the running in mid-August and just fell totally apart. Not that one game causes that, but that was it. Oh, the big breaking pitch, and Barnes chases for the first out here in the 10th. Well, speaking of that play, here it is at home plate. Look at even he can't believe that he was called safe. Lugo. And Clint Hurdle, I mean, he argued Meals all the way to breakfast.
Wow.
That goes
tough night in Atlanta.
Barajas, RBI double and a walk, 1 for 3 tonight. That's going to fall into right center field. Maben over to cut it off. And a 1-out single for Barajas. And that'll bring up a pinch hitter, Gabby Sanchez, the former Marlin. And maybe it won't be Sanchez. Michael McHenry now comes out of the dugout with a bat. And the pinch runner is Josh Harrison, utility infielder for Barajas, carrying what could be the go-ahead score. And that means only Gabby Sanchez left on the bench for Clint Hurdle. Another guy that 254, but look at the home run totals. All these Pirates, of course, that's a hitter's park and certainly a home run division, the NL Central. But they think home run, and Garrett Jones has produced 2 of them tonight. A single solo home run in the 6th and a 2-run home run with 2 outs in the 9th inning. They take home run cuts. Curveball. 2 strikes.
Got the strikeout. Well, that's a big breaker right there. You talk about 12-6.
That's the full grandfather's clock there from 12-6. That's their ace, Joel Hanrahan, and Daniel McCutcheon just called up. You're out of there. Joe West takes his time and punches him out. Michaelis with a couple of strikeouts. And to the top of the order, Tabata.
Well, he's got the feel for that curveball. That's exactly where he wanted, on the outside corner.
Boy, McHenry, what are you looking for? That's a great pitch. So Tabata struck out, singled and scored an unearned run in the 3rd. Safe on a fielder's choice, walked and fouled out. Keep an eye on Harrison with 2 out. Might be inclined to try to steal. Five steals and 8 tries this year for Harrison. Ball 1. Pirates are 1 for 2 tonight stealing. Grandal successful in throwing out one of their runners. McCutcheon fouled out of play. Bottom of the 10th, the Padres have Venable, Headley, and Quinton ready to rip.
That sounds like a run.
Venable has 4 hits, Headley with 1, and Carlos Quinton with a big double and 3 RBIs tonight. One and one. You know it's extra innings when the floor is covered with sunflower seed shells.
Oh yeah, straight bird cage out there.
Yeah, it's like the ocean shoreline. Runner goes right back to the mound. What a spear by Michaelis. Flagged that one down, and Tabata's out 1-3. Good play by the pitcher on a smash back up the middle. And the Padres come up in the bottom of the 10th, 5-5. And the Padres have Will Venable leading off in the last of the 10th and flashing back to May against the Angels on a Sunday. Remember, Clayton Richard had come in as a pinch hitter, and he was on base when Venable delivered that base hit. And here comes the former Michigan quarterback to score the winning run. An exciting Sunday finale for the Padres to beat the Angels. One of the high moments of this season. Venable smothered down the bottom of the pile, and Clayton Richard, the surprise pinch hitter, got it going with a single. Venable and Maben with 4 hit nights. 4 for 5 for Venable, and the time he made an out, he drove in a run. And Daniel McCutcheon, who's been up and down, yo-yoed between Indianapolis and Pittsburgh on 3 different occasions, and yet has never pitched for the Pirates. He comes up in an emergency. They don't need him, and back he goes to Indianapolis. There's his numbers at Indy, 6-2. Good ERA and good opponent batting average. Venable starts it and takes ball 1. Fastball at 92. McCutcheon out of the University of Oklahoma, where he earned his degree in international finance, against the Princeton University's Will Venable. Late swing on that fastball. Michael McHenry stays in the game for Barajas as the catcher, so it's an all-MAC battery. McCutcheon and McHenry, with another McCutcheon in center field, to the chagrin of the San Diego Padres, making that terrific play on the long drive by Cabrera that saved the game in the 9th.
I'll tell you, I was ready to add up the totals on that hit.
But we've seen highlights all season long. McCutcheon making plays like that. Very bold outfielder with great speed. 1-2. Outside. And the Padres, not a team that you say, well, here comes the home run power, but they do have some home run threats here in this 10th inning with Venable, Headley, and Quentin. High, and 3-2. Venable with 8 homers. Headley leading the team with 20. Quentin second on the club with 13. Ball 4. Venable's on again. Now the winning run aboard with no one out. Leadoff walk from McCutcheon. 6th time in 10 innings the Padres have had the leadoff man on. They've stranded 14 tonight. Headley 1 for 5.
Outfield on the deep side and playing Headley straight away.
Ooh, almost threw that one away. Good stop by the first baseman Garrett Jones.
Well, that's exactly where you want to throw it. Boy, that was very close. It looks like he almost caught that ball on Will Venable's jersey.
Right on the ribcage.
Yeah.
Outside. The one surprise tonight, Headley hasn't walked. In fact, he has not walked in this series. Nor did he on Sunday. 3 straight games without a walk. Investigation. Actually can go 4 straight games without a walk.
He needs a double right here.
2-0.
Fastball at 90 missing.
Headley, surprisingly, has not walked in this homestand. This is the 5th game. Those all count, and as Headley says, the on-base percentage is what he thinks is the most important baseball statistic, and he's been outstanding this year in that category. 2-0. Is he swinging? Runner goes. The throw by McHenry. Not in time. Andy Fletcher taking his time and signaling safe as Venable picks up his 18th stolen base.
Always have to be aware of oversliding the bag. Will Venable head first slide. Keep that foot there. And how close was it? Hand on the bag there. And not even close. And stays in contact. Hand to foot.
And just in case Farmer's going to slap that tag on him. Headley. 3-0 pitch strike in there. 3-1. With that steal, the Padres with no one out can think Headley single win the game. At least get that ball to the right side. Get Venable over to third for Quentin. Foul ball. Full count. Chase Headley.
It's uncanny, isn't it?
It is. Well, he has to be in the top 10 National League and the most pitches seen.
No question about it. You know, I'd like to even take it a step further to see how many at-bats this year that Chase Headley has drawn a full count.
I'm sure Elias Sports, they keep track of everything. They could tell us that. Daniel McCutchen, 3-2, backs off. Venable ready to roll at second base. Good speed carrying that winning run. That ball is crushed to right field. Way back. The Padres win as Headley touches them all. Chase Headley's amazing August continues. A walk-off home run, 7-5. The Padres beat the Pirates. Oh my! Headley's 21st, his 77th and 78th RBIs in August. That is a career month for Headley. He got the count to 3-2.
He saw some split fingers. He saw fastballs from McCutchen, and wouldn't you know it, 3-2. Count, full count. Throws the head of that Shillelagh. Everybody's going home happy. Now that is some kind of nice.
And in moments like this, it still is a kid's game. And Chase Headley with a no-doubter to right field. The walk-off home run to make it a 7-5 Padre victory, and they continue to haunt the Pittsburgh Pirates. 17-3 their record against the Bucks in the last 20 games. And Headley now in August with 9 home runs and 26 runs batted in, and we still have plenty of games to play here in the so-called dog days of August. Well, the fans, 21,882. Those that stayed, Padre fans, were treated to a special win, 7-5, after their hearts broken for a moment by the tying home run by Garrett Jones in the top of the 9th inning. Let's talk to tonight's hero. Let's go to Leila.
Thanks very much, Dick. Chase Headley, you're known for being full count. That was a full count. What did you see on the pitch, and how did you get it there?
It was a split finger. He hung it, and I was able to put a good swing on it. But, it was a great win tonight. We battled a really tough pitcher over there, and, to come out with the win is a big win.
Back and forth game tonight. What did it mean to you to keep battling the way you did?
Well, it's easy to give up after one of those slips away. It's a testament to the guys who keep playing. Bullpen did a great job for us, and we were able to, score a couple at the end.
It continues a successful month for you, but what does it mean to you to have this contribute to the team like it has?
Well, it was fun. I was in a lot of positions to do damage tonight and didn't come through once, so it was nice to finally come through. And that's just everybody else is doing a great job, and you keep going.
The standards are set high, Chase, for you, but thanks so much for coming through. Congratulations on the walk-off.
Thank you very much.
Dick, let's send it back upstairs.
All right. Thank you, Leila, and congratulations to Chase Headley and to Miles Michaelis, who has his second major league win, as we go to Mike Pomerantz.
How about it, guys? You're going to stay late. You might as well enjoy the party. That's what Padres fans had tonight. 7-5 the final score. We'll be seeing on the post-game show. More on Chase Headley. The great job all the way around, scratching and clawing in this one. You'll hear from Buddy Black. We have an instructional for you. And we'll tell you about an umpire who saved a life